So brief recap to start with then. You have spent the last 2 days in Vallaki, the last day of which has mostly been trying to avoid packs of roving undead after the Festival of the Blazing Sun. So you, in Vallaki, during the night time, in the mist, fog, and smoke, managed to rescue a few townsfolk with Morrigan and the Baron, Victor, the Baron's son, and Lydia, the Baron's wife. For goodness sake, Lydia. And you managed to get to the church, which is where we finished the session. You leveled up, and you had a long rest. So all I'm going to do to start the session today is just tell you what happened during the long rest. Because you were resting, I'm not going to give you opportunity to react to much. If you want to butt in, you please feel free to do so.
I slept with my sword.
Did the sword buy you a drink before? No.
It did, and now it's very charismatic. I accepted.
Nudge, nudge. So it's a strange atmosphere in the church. Father Lucian's there, Gertruda's there with Irina, and there's 20-25 townsfolk have made it in. Throughout the night, a few more come in. But in terms of everything from outside the church, not much else happens. Inside the church is where it gets interesting. As you arrive, the Baron is cowering behind Morrigan. And that continues for some time. You can hear as you're resting and sharpening your weapons, sleeping with your weapons, and sorting out your spell slots. You hear whispers from the townsfolk, and it's whispers of dissent aimed at the Baron. Morrigan obviously hears this, and she starts strutting around, and every now and again you see her sort of grasping this devil hand and the flames wreathing round it as she's sort of she's walking to impose herself on the townsfolk. And this, after an hour or so, gives the Baron a little bit of life back, and then his chest inflates slightly, and his neck lengthens, and he looks like the pompous dick that you've come to know. And he starts wandering around after Morrigan, and he'll say to the townsfolk, "All will be well under my reign." But you still hear the dissension, and even though Morrigan's there's still dissension, and this kind of continues. Morrigan seems thrilled by it, but it gets to the point where the Baron actually has to hold her back, and you very much get the impression for the rest of your resting period in this church that something's changed with the people of Vallaki. They now no longer, well, they still fear Morrigan. Morrigan is the iron fist of the Baron's power. But it appears that they're willing to do something about it now, after what happened the night of the zombie apocalypse.
Unionise!
For the people.
Pamphlets.
So you finish your rest. You also notice that Victor and Lydia, the Baron's family, seem to move themselves further and further away from the Baron, where the Baron sat, and eventually it gets to after your 8 hours. We'll say it's very nearly dawn, still dark out, but very close to daytime. So you've clicked your long rest. It's just the Baron looking like a pompous dick in the corner, and he's sort of whispering to Morrigan, who's nodding emphatically, and she's glaring around at everyone, trying to keep order. With the Baron's son and his wife moved further away. So it's a new dawn. It's a new day.
A new day. I am feeling fine.
Yeah. So
You're fine as well, mate.
Oh,
the day is yours, gentlemen. What do you want to do with it?
I'll have a poo first. That's usually what I do.
Not in the church, please.
No, I know. I'll find a privy and recoil down.
Yeah, there's a privy in the grounds,
Yeah.
shall we say?
Bruce
We're
myself up after said poo.
to the key bits I kind of wanted to get to today. I mean, just as to remind myself, Dave, will we meet? Where did we agree we were meeting Mordanken and wannabe Van Helsing? Was it just outside the gates, or is it down the road, or what?
Mordenkainen
Oh, that-
and Van Richten east. Yes, they were going to meet you outside the.
it took a while to sink in. Sorry.
I'm sure you do it on purpose, Adam. East. They
So
told
not just out the gate, but on the road itself.
on the Svalich Road east. They their instructions were they would find you.
That's fine. I was just thinking for passing a message so they would know what's happening in town kind of overnight, but if they're not a set place, that's fine. So the key bits whoever stayed on briefly as we finished last time was we probably want to try and recover the body of Lady Voktr and be the ones to search the manor house of hers before the local guards do it to see if we can find anything that maybe is used to us, or obviously she was quite powerful and had connections, so it's worth an investigation. Possibly trying to put it to the Baron and Morrigan that, after how it was last night and how it performed last night, we'll go and deal with that while Morrigan gets the Baron to somewhere of more secure, safety-wise.
Carry on, Dan. Sorry.
That was essentially it. It was kind of impressed that Morrigan gets the Baron somewhere to safety rather than the church. We will go and, investigate the body. Under pretense of investigate the body, but actually take it with us and get to their manor house and try and investigate that. Unless anyone else has any other suggestions before we look to head out of town.
No,
I
that's
was
fine.
just wanted to check on time wise, because obviously the bitch triplets gave me a time, didn't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I think
9 days, but that's like still 5 or 6 days away, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
got,
I just wanted to check. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a minimum of 4 days spare, I think. Minimum.
Something else to potentially check before we leave is check on Unwin at the inn. Because with the Ravens circling,
Yeah.
they're potentially the
Yes.
allies.
Yeah, so that's two.
Yeah.
Jamie, what the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
Furious
The
masturbation.
mushrooms.
were you gurning?
Right,
I missed it.
It's not like that's going online for everyone.
Yeah, it is recorded, yeah.
Yeah. Be quiet.
Yeah, he's
Hello.
been at the
Can you
special podcast.
hear me? Am I
So, yeah.
talking?
So that was the plan. Speak to Morrigan,
Um,
try and convince her to take the Baron somewhere safe, possibly back to their own compound.
Should I take a recce of the house first while you go and get the body?
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. Is you kind of maybe we all aim for the body where the body went down, and then move on to the Voktrs' house. Rokkr scouts the Voktrs' house ahead of plan, just so we kind of know there's no like trap that we're walking into.
Yeah, you're not bringing a dead body to the house, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be taking the dead body with us to the house just to take it inside so it's off the street and out of the way if we can. Worst case scenario is we just get that dead body off the street and into one of the abandoned buildings near it, just so the local guard don't find who it was.
Shall we agree a signal that means it's safe to enter the house beforehand?
You like a stuck pig.
So I'll do something like put some kind of symbol in one of the upstairs windows or something like that.
Right in the dirt, all clear. That will let us know.
Are you actually going
Tie
into
a yellow ribbon round a big oak tree.
It's got to be an old
going
one.
into the house itself? Are you?
If I get the all clear on the outside, yeah, I might as well.
That's fine.
I mean, if you don't want me to, I'm happy to wait on the.
I'll leave that as Rocker's decision because it's it's your life and everything. But if you think it's all clear, I don't know, a single arrow on the doorstep. If it's not clear, 2 crossed arrows on the doorstep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
So as I'll just backtrack ever so slightly, Adam. As you mentioned the plan to Morrigan, Morrigan's response to this, and the Baron can hear this, and she leans to the Baron, and the Baron whispers to her, and she turns back to Jarek, and she'll say, "Who was the body?"
Well, we don't know.
We haven't
It's Jesse Ventura.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it was Jesse Ventura
It was
was
only-
the body. Yeah,
was it
that's
only?
true.
It was only Nick that went over to that thing. So I think I
And
can.
Rokkr.
And Rokkr.
Okay, so you
whispered
don't
to him
actually
on the
know
way
who.
over.
What Jarek doesn't know who it
Well,
was.
I probably would have known.
Would have
by
told
now.
them. That's
Yeah.
how we. Because to formulate the plan, we needed to have
Yeah.
discussed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is why Morrigan's asking is for to make Jarek do a deception roll versus Morrigan's.
I'm
insight.
going to use my human inspiration that I got last night.
You have other inspiration?
I get inspiration every time we long rest as a human.
I know, it's just the fact you said specifically human inspiration. Makes it sound like you're not human.
So we get human inspiration and wood elf bullshit. They're the two extremes. For you
What-
too.
Still
What
not
about
great.
crab? What about crab
14.
people?
Is insight a wisdom ability?
It's
I believe
intelligence.
so. Yes. No, it's wisdom
Oh, no,
because
wisdom, yeah.
clerics are good at it.
Okay. Okay. So what are you going to say to her as she says who was the body? Who was the necromancer?
I will say that it was. I mean, obviously, she saw that I didn't go over to the body, but from the two that did, it was they were hooded and robed and had a mask on, and with the urgency that we were in, we, as I said, moved off and left the body before we properly investigated it.
Okay. Yeah, she seems convinced with this, and the Baron sits behind her, his pigeon chest out again, and he'll say, "You have leave. Pray tell, when will you return? I assume that you're going to be leaving town. Have you told him you're leaving town?" He'll say, "When can I expect you to return to fulfil your duties?"
When we're done. We'll be back when we're done. Don't know exactly when that'll be. We've
Some of
got
us may come
external
back
circumstances that
occasionally.
we have
though.
no control over
Ah.
that may cause problems, but we're intended to try and deal with that. So
Our objective hasn't been fully revealed, so a time frame would be impossible to give you.
that is correct.
And what do you intend to do to investigate why this happened? Say.
We'll do that while we're out and about. It's bound to be something out of town.
That would depend
without
on what
revealing.
types-
Yeah, without revealing what we've been requested to do, there is a good chance that our objective will answer these questions.
Okay. So to your responses, he'll stand up, and he'll walk and sort of push himself into your personal space and shake each of your hand, and you can tell he's making a show of this for the other villagers, and he'll say quite loudly, so it carries throughout the church. I mean, churches the noise carries anyway, but he'll say, "Oh, it's good to have you on side. It's good to know that stalwart ambassadors of goodness such as yourself are here to aid the my reign as Baron."
Yeah.
And just as loud as I shake his hand, I go, "And thank you for giving us free leave to do as we wish in your name."
Yes, thank you.
So that in front of everyone else and we're not staying here. You're not doing what you say. Thank you for letting us make our own decisions.
Yeah, you can see he sort of winces at this, and it's not. I mean, if you'd kind of expect a fair play. You don't get it from him. He's riled by this, and he has to recover. And he'll say, "Of course, and of course you will return at your earliest convenience. But in the meantime, Morrigan here will remain and will foresee the god."
Of course.
Burp.
We shall see you at our earliest convenience.
So he sort of sits down, and he starts to talk to Morrigan again, and you can overhear little bits. They're basically planning their route back to
Yeah.
the Baron's mansion and recruiting and finding troops and all the rest of it and sorting out Vallaki. So you're free to go.
Just before we leave, I'm going to violently break wind.
Right next to the
Not,
Baron.
it's not in the church.
Violently and copiously as I leave.
I'm tempted with the Constitution's check just to see if there's a.
For me, I gag.
Go on, Mark. Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
Oh, God.
You've only got a DC of 10, but it's a Constitution saving throw just to see if you need to go and change.
Yourself.
Whilst he's
No.
doing that, I'm thinking I might want to bring Lancelot along with us.
I forgot about the dog.
Okay.
I hadn't.
Okay. So Gertruda's, she'll be in the corner. Her and Irina are making themselves useful, and you can tell they've sort of between the three people that are usually here, Father Lucian, Irina, and Gertruda, they know their own business. They sort of smile as they pass each other, and it's very convivial as they pass each other, and they're helping everyone else. Lancelot is following Gertrude around, so you're going to approach Gertrude.
Give us the dog, bitch.
No.
He says that, but in dog.
Smell
If
this,
you're
bitch.
not wanting to create the dog token again, Dave, and you want me to leave Lancelot behind for the time being, I'm fine with that.
No. Well, all I was no. Go for it, mate. If you want Lancelot, that's fine. It would be you'd have to talk Gertrude into it and possibly have an animal handling check. Is all I was thinking.
I suppose, yeah, it is her dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
I
I
need to
can
polish the Hoover briefly. I'll be
I
back
can-
very soon.
bewitch a squirrel to fetch me cheese.
It's a just cause for bewitching squirrels. So
It is.
let's put you on the street then. Like I say, it's still dark.
Made homeless.
Chatting on the street.
All is quiet. Most of the mist has receded. The smoke certainly isn't there, so visibility is back to a night time in Vallaki, which, as you're all,
Is it great?
Just realised it's not open map tools yet.
Oh shit, yeah.
as you're all
Yeah,
sort of night vision lads, you can see quite clearly. There's
Even when I haven't got a
bodies.
map.
There's bodies everywhere, and it's bodies of undead and of townsfolk, and a lot of guards have died in this attack. Just walking to where you had the confrontation with Lady Vokta, you guess that at least 3/4 of the standing force in Vallaki has been wiped out. This is just in your small section. If you multiplied it across the whole town, then Vallaki's not in a good position. But you get back to the site of your final battle, and Lady Vokta's body is still there. I know.
I was going towards the.
He's heading off.
Sure, you're heading towards the Vokta house.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rokkr, let me just familiarise myself with Vokta house. Let me put you. So church, we know. The Vokta house is up here, so you'd kind of have to all walk together anyway. There's no.
That's where the fight was, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smashing.
The house is here.
Okay, so as you
Is that right?
guys investigate Lady Vokta's body and sort that out, Rokkr goes ahead. You've seen the Vokta house before. You've been. Oh, actually, was Rokkr there? Yeah, you all went.
Yeah, we only saw the front room essentially, didn't we?
You did, yeah. So in terms of the Vokta house itself, there. Let's have a perception check from Rokkr then, just to see what you can see.
Only plus 11 now, isn't it?
Right, per square.
Plus 9.
Yeah, only +9.
Sure.
That's slowly rotating through the air. I don't know what's going on there then. Has it rolled on anybody else's screen?
Oh yeah, no.
No,
It's literally not hit the table yet. It's slowly rolling. Don't know what the hell's going on there. It's hit the table.
it's a suspense dice.
Wow, this is
14.
14.
14. Okay, so you can see
14.
signs of life inside. There's movement on the upper floor. So as you're facing the front of the building, the window above, you see someone. There's light in it, and you see a shadow cast in front of it.
right. Okay, so I'm going to approach the door, place 2 crossed arrows on the doorstep, and then look away of climbing up to peruse through that second floor window.
So you now have a climbing speed the same as your walking speed, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't need to
Campus
look. You just Spider-Man up there.
Yeah.
So as
14,
you climb up, you can see inside the window that you're looking at. It's a bedroom. There's a neatly made bed, a table with an oil lamp on it, which is lit. That's the source of light. There's, for some reason, a handsome.
What's the source of light part?
It's a lamp on the chest, an
Okay,
oil
yeah.
lamp on the. An oil lamp on the table. There's a handsome wooden chest, a slender wardrobe, and a window box with drapes. And in this room, there's someone that you've seen before.
It's me!
It's not you. And you've seen them in the inn. You've not put 2 and 2 together. What I'm going to do is ask you for an insight check, Jim. Let's wait 5 minutes while that resolves.
While we're waiting for that roll, Dave, I'm just going to roll a d6 to see how many charges I've got back on my staff. Is that okay?
Sure, of course it is.
Is it just 1d6, or do you get multiple d6?
1d6. I've got 5 back, which is how many I was missing. Which is not.
Yay!
I'll just close this down after this dice roll, because I've never had it do this before. It's literally moving in slow motion across the screen.
I've had it do that before.
What's going on?
Have you got it in dramatic mode?
No,
Oh,
with
yeah.
added drama. 12. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so you've seen this character before, and you now see a family resemblance to Lady Vokkr. This was one of the sort of drunken louts in the Blue Water Inn. And now that you look at him through the window, perched, I like to think of you above the window, looking down, very much Spider-Man-y. Yeah, it appears to be a young features of Lady Vokkr. You would guess son, or at least very close relative.
They're just sat there. They're lying there. What they're doing?
They are sat on the bed, looking nervous, and then they'll stand and walk around, and it's very much a nervous pacing around. They will eventually walk towards the window. I'm not even going to ask for a stealth, Jim, because it's dark and you're a ninja. And they don't notice you, and it's a nervous look outside, and it's a look around the street, and then they sit back on the bed, and they're sat there with their hands like this, and it's whatever they're doing, they're very nervous, and it feels like they're waiting for something.
Okay.
Where are the rest of us, by the way? Where are we?
You're sorting the corpse just for now. Jim's on a recce.
Right.
So I'm going to go to the other side of the house and look for a way in.
Okay, so there's other windows. You're currently on the main entrance is south, so you've climbed up a wall in front of you. The house is in front of you, so you're on the south wall. There's another window that you can peer in here, and that appears to be a hallway which stretches in front of you, and you can see in the distance the stairs going down. There's framed portraits, mirrors. and it's a grand-looking building and quite well kept as well. But there's no way in necessarily. Further on round to the east, there's another window which appears to be a master bedroom. So I'm going to read this verbatim. If it doesn't apply, forgive me. We'll change it as we go. So across the room, a fire splutters and struggles for life in the hearth, above which hangs a framed family portrait, a noble father, a mother, and 2 young sons, and a baby daughter in the father's arms. The sons are smiling in a way that suggests mischief. The parents look like uncrowned royalty. Wood panelling covers the walls of the room. A closet and a framed mirror flank a curtained window to the south. To the north, a wide canopied bed lies pinned between matching end tables with oil lamps. Stretched out on one side of the bed is a man dressed in black, his eyes each covered with copper pieces. He bears a striking resemblance to the father in the painting, and he is still not moving at all. You would. I'll give you this without a roll, Jim. With the copper pieces on his eyes, you very much suspect he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Given that
I wonder why that was.
information, I don't think I'm going to further to attempt to enter the house. I am going to exit and look for somewhere to hide en route to the house that I might pass my colleagues so we can have a discussion before they get to the house.
Sure, there's plenty of spaces where you can do your Spider-Man ninja thing. There's a whole street that you can do any of those things on. So let's leap back to the other 4 party members then. So Lady Voctor's corpse is still in front of you. If you remember, you covered it with mud and blood and all the rest of it. There's the skeleton bodies around. I think that was it. What do you want to do?
Quick search of the actual body to see if she's kind of got anything that she is carrying that we need to be aware of. Other than that, it's pretty much get her off the street. And with it being quiet enough, do we think we can take the body to her actual mansion? So I figure that'd be better than just dumping it in a house if we don't feel we're going to get interrupted on the way.
Sure. There is nobody about at all. Okay. So you would guess that's not going to be an issue. All right, that's Barovia. In terms of Lady Voxer herself, I mean, you're not under any pressure, so let me just double check. She has a scroll case on her, which when you look through, you take a quick look through, seems to be of a it's of a necromantic nature.
Okay. So
Blue Wrangler.
Yeah. Essentially just secrete that way in a backpack for now. If that's all she's got on to properly look at it later and try and get the body to the
Hoose.
Hamster.
Yeah.
Sure. It's not going to be too difficult. Everything is.
To the other guys, did we want to do the inn on the way, or do we want to do the inn after we've been to the Rokkr house?
So we don't want to rock up to the inn with the body.
That's what I was thinking.
No, we don't. Yeah. Less people see us fingering the stiff, so to speak.
Prop her up at the bar and get her a drink whilst we have a chat with Unwin.
Also, with it
As
being
much as
so
I'm
very...
not up for separating the party, how far out the way is it?
It's not massively far out of the way, but also, will they be willing to answer the door yet with it still being dark after what's happened last night? they might.
I get that, but obviously some of us can get in without.
I mean, more than happy either way, because we're essentially going to have to walk past it to get there. It's just, as I say, we want to have limited time as possible on the street with a body.
Okay, well, as we go past, we'll see if there's any ravens about still.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That'll be
we literally have to walk past it to get
Yeah.
the street going north. So
the other thing is, who knows how a husband and children will respond when we bring the corpse in.
Well, that's why we're not taking the corpse, and I'll stay away from the building with the body. If people choose to investigate it, I'll keep away from the building with the body.
I mean, as in her mansion.
Oh yeah, but we don't know that yet, do we?
Oh, I'm assuming her husband and sons won't be very happy when we bring her corpse to the door.
No, but we
Depends
have no
what we're
idea.
doing with it.
We're not necessarily going to take it straight in.
I say we.
Through the letterbox, one part at a time.
Her husband was dead anyway, so it's only.
We don't know that.
You
I'm
don't
sure
know.
Actually,
that.
that's why I said husband, because we
I
don't know
thought.
he's dead.
I thought he was dead when we went to visit the first time.
I never
He's
touched
been
him.
he's been left on that bed for about a week. Then
Yeah, exactly. I could have sworn when we went the first time it was her and then just her sons.
the daughter was mad. I think her husband was just out. I don't know if Dave can confirm.
I might have misread. That's the only reason I'm saying I thought he was already dead. Was I thought.
You don't know he's dead.
Right. Okay. I apologise then. I thought we did.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
Dave, who's dead?
Everybody.
Oh,
So as you approach the inn, it's now clear of undead. There's no undead. There's nothing. Everything's silent and peaceful. Let's have anyone that's looking. Are you all looking in for a group perception check?
yeah.
Oh, well.
At the property.
Perception.
I'll be carrying the body, so probably not looking him.
Are you doing the body carrying? Are you?
18.
Okay, well.
Perception.
Well, that was persuasion, not perception, but it's the same bonus. Oh no,
26.
No, it is the same bonus.
Okay, so there are ravens about, and there doesn't seem to be signs of life inside. You can still see inside where the windows were and the door is. You can see what looks like well thought out and well planned barricades have been. The whole building looks boarded up inside and out with ravens flying around. Some have landed on the building. Some most on the inn. Some opposite. Keeping a look.
What was the title of the guy who's now dead that we don't know is dead?
That doesn't matter at the moment. We're dealing with ravens.
Oh, ravens. Fair enough.
Yeah. Are we wanting me to try and converse with said ravens?
Do we want to do that now or when we come back?
I mean, you've got like enough time for very quick conversion. Chat can go past, but we are moving on.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. Do you want us to do this now, or should we come back and do it? It's
eggplant.
They are there at the moment.
I mean,
may as well. They're there. He's right. I think may as well go and just. I mean,
it's possibly worth having a quick chat to them, because if we come back late after we've been to this other one and they've gone, you've lost an option to talk to them.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
But
could be pants. You know what I mean?
So yeah, let's try and chat up some ravens.
Okay. So from the crowd of ravens, you can you recognise that the smaller one, the juvenile that spoke to you before, and there's two juveniles that seem to be flying around, but it's there's a larger one that sort of makes himself known to you and sort of flies down and lands on the portico just outside the inn. That would be the easiest one to converse with.
Is there anything particular we want to be asked, other than are the people in the pub safe?
Yeah.
And thanks for your help.
General,
earlier.
how's it hanging? Sort of.
I say if
Do we
you
do
said
any
it
sort
from,
of asking about were-ravens, and is there a reason they were protecting this building, and
Yeah.
saying we're here to
What-
help them?
It's going to top my drink up, folks.
So yeah, well,
yeah, it's more why the Ravens specifically protected that family, but yeah.
yeah, we'll start with the thanks for the help earlier, and then ask
Thanks for all the
why
fish.
you round this house, protecting it as it would seem, and is there anything we should know further about the people that are here, and are they safe?
Okay, so in response to your thanks, this raven sort of bows, and it's very clear gesture, and the response is similar to when you've communicated with animals before. You get sort of one word or emotional answers.
Not a chatty catty.
Say again, sorry, Ted.
Don't worry, mate. I'm just
Okay,
carry
and
on.
the response will be along the lines of flock okay. Flock offers sanctuary, or you get the impression of sanctuary in the inn, and you also get the impression of food. So you get the sense that the owners of the inn feed and keep and look after the ravens, and the ravens repay the kindness.
It's good to know that they trade, basically. Apparently, that is actually a thing you can do with like crows and
Yes.
ravens in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that you receive is again, it's a feeling, and it's also backed up with the word safe.
So the family's safe, people there are safe, that building itself is potentially safe.
Yeah, and it's more inexpansive as well. The town as it stands, there's nothing. No one's moving. Everything feels safe as far as the ravens can see. Bearing in mind they've got they can fly, and they've got a literal bird's eye view of everything.
Yes, that's good. I'll give him something shiny to take back to his family.
Sweet.
So
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah. No, he'll enjoy as you whatever you give, whatever you've got.
Just flick him a coin.
Yeah, it's the two smaller ones descend, and they sort of have a brief tussle, and one manages to grab it, and then there's sort of a friendly tussle as they fly off. And you again, you get the impression from this one that's looking at you is sort of fucking youth type thing. Yeah. What's next?
So we carrying on to Zeb Mansion with the lady, or
Yeah.
did you want me
And
to
if we get
try
spotted
and-
by guards, we just all blame Nick because he's carried the body and run away.
The Ravens just said that the whole area is safe, basically. So we shouldn't be coming up against any issues. Not that I thought we would be, but we've been told now.
Confirmation.
And,
So I'll fast forward briefly to Rokkr. How is Rokkr positioned when the rest of the party descends on you?
They don't descend on me. I descend on them.
That's the spirit, Jim. Okay, go for it.
So as they're sort of walking by, I sort of stealthily join the party and just whisper, not whisper, but talk slowly into characters' names. Why has everybody not called their characters' names?
Yes.
What are you called, Adam?
Yeah.
Jarek.
What?
Jarek.
Jarek. Right, sorry, yeah. I just sort of start talking and next to you and sort of explain the situation, and you just sort of, well, obviously it's up to you, but as I envisage this, you just look at me like, fucking elves, and then just absorbing the information and pass it around to the rest of the group. That's how I see it. But
We've been snuck up on. We've been snuck up on. Draw my sword, swing it, smite. Shit!
You're
Don't
carrying a
look
body,
safe.
you can't do that.
The crows don't recognise Rokkr as a threat.
I couldn't see him.
Okay, so full debrief from what Rokkr's found in the house. As you approach, it's still perfectly quiet. Nothing to see, nothing to hear. Now that Rokkr's pointed out the upper window, you can see this figure every now and again, sort of glancing in the street. I'm going to assume that, being as Rokkr's told you about it, you're gonna be out of line of sight of this figure that's occasionally looking out the window.
Yeah. I've stopped them in time to so they're not going to be
On the actual what Vokter house then, just so I can get this into my head. What kind of sides has JMO looked in? Because I'm back on the actual map on map tools.
Sure. So let's pop you.
Currently, we're all sat on the sofa with her, and being as she's dead, I don't think that's quite correct anymore.
No. Yeah.
It can be. We've got the body. We can set that scene back up.
Hold up. Dead. So
Just
where
line
are you
across
guys?
all three of us.
So Akxikas, Nik,
Hello.
Rokkr, and who's missing? Akxikas, Nik. Oh, it's yes. Oh, so Fester hasn't actually been
Just died.
to the Vokter house because you were doing your recce at the time, weren't you?
Yes, pal.
So let's pop you in there.
Just saw her die.
I
Right.
haven't got Vokter House on my maps to go to. Oh, you've got it. There we go.
There you go. I'm just going to view. Bear with me a second, just so I can. Okay.
I was looking for a word that began with V, not W. That's why I couldn't find it.
Vagina.
I was really confused by the noise I can hear outside of my headphones. I only just realised that apparently it's raining quite a lot.
Oh.
I wasn't there.
Is it?
Not here.
Yeah.
It's not
The
raining.
joys of being-
I mean,
The choice
just
of
over
being
your
a-
house, is it, Ted? Because everywhere
Apparently.
else is fine.
It might be a thunder god and not know it, like that fella in that book who was a thunder god and didn't know it.
It's
I mean,
quite
it
popular
has-
in
it
film.
has-
one of the later
isn't it?
books
It's
of
not raining.
Hitchhikers, isn't it?
Yeah. He
Well, no.
actually knows who I meant. He's a truck driver.
Yeah,
And he thinks
he's
that
ace.
he thinks
He
it's really
gets
unlucky.
paid. He gets paid by places not to go to them. Yeah.
So
I've read Hitchhikers.
I've read it a long time ago. I'm
It's
looking
in the-
forward to the kids reading it, so I can read it with them.
I think it's the fourth one.
Such small. It's probably fourth or fifth. Yeah.
They're the ones that aren't actually as good, but that bit is good.
But you burn through those books so quickly.
The
Right.
first two
They're only
are
tiny.
genius.
Do we wish for me to scout round the entire building, as I realise that I haven't done that? I just sort of assessed that it probably wasn't best to enter without my
We've got
group.
one job, James, and you're telling us that we've not done it.
Right, what we
then
need to do, I reckon, is burst in, kill everyone, and adopt the title and the mansion.
You
as
want to
our
be
own.
lady. You want to
That's
be
why I
Lady
was asking about the title. I don't mind not having the title. We could just nominate someone randomly to have that. I don't give a shit.
Rokkr's wanted to disguise self at every occasion so far. Can we just walk in with Lady Vokter and dead Lady Vokter?
Surprise!
As Lady Vokter holding dead Lady
Which one's
Vokter.
real?
Well, to my reckoning, the son, right, is going to try and kill us, right, because we've killed his ma. So I think we
I'm not
could.
telling them that. I'm not telling them
Someone
that.
did.
Yeah, but it's going to look suspicious with the wounds that she's got, and us.
Arrow's still sticking out of her. Yeah.
As long as the only one that doesn't speak to her is Rokkr, no one else has to lie about the fact that we didn't harm her, because he's the only one that dealt damage to her.
I Eldritch Blasted twice.
Okay, those two.
Yeah, so you're going to see that she's going to see. Oh, it appears to be spell damage and arrows. Who around here could have done that? And then we're stood there.
I've got a sword.
Yeah, but I can do Eldritch Blast. It could have been me. So therefore, I reckon we kill everyone, right, and assume, and take over. That's what I want to do.
Rokkr goes in with the dad.
They would put it to a vote.
Things.
Yeah. Well, there's only the son left, isn't there? So if we get rid of him, and he's going to come for us anyway, he is. So all right, we just.
Daughter.
So whereabouts are we stood then?
So at the minute you're out the you're around the corner. You can see the mansion. We'll arrange you if we need to later on, Adam. You can see the front door. You can see this window if you can see upstairs.
So that's the window we looked in.
Yeah, that's where the sun is, and that's where you can see movement. This was the hall. It should be open to you, and I don't know if you can see the corpse on the bed for the master bedroom just there.
So I take it this is the window he looked in there.
Window here.
There.
One there. Yeah. One there.
Okay, and that's all. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just so I know where I'm talking about when I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
In response to us being told that there are people in there, we don't want to just walk up to the front door and go, "Here's your mum's body. How you doing?"
No, we want to burst in and kill them.
We may want to knock at the door to get a response.
And then we'll burst in. Kill them.
So is there anywhere that we could reasonably stash the body out of line of sight? There's no outbuildings attached to this property or anything? Or
There's your best guess. In fact, what would be best? There's abandoned buildings all over the town of Vallaki, same as everywhere else. So there's plenty of places to stash it, and it's still dark.
This is all becoming a bit too much like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, I think so. Which is why I think we should just burst in there and kill everyone.
Well, I mean, Jarek's suggestion is we stash the body, we literally go and knock at the door and try and find and draw attention, and if Rokkr then wants to take that distraction to scout around the back and see if there's any other more obvious ways in for him to have a quick peek through while we've got attention. If they don't answer the door, that's when we probably have to consider breaking in.
Just so I know, apart from the fact we're going to go in there and kill everyone and take possession of the mansion,
which we're not.
Apart from what's the actual reason we're going in there?
To find out what information Lady Voktr had as to how she was able to bring many zombies and vampires into the town.
So, and we can kill everyone and take the mansion as well.
No, we don't need to be killing everyone.
Let's speed this up. So I'm going to approach the house. I'm going to pick up my arrows that I left, and I'm going to recce round the side.
Sure.
And
while we walk up and knock on the door.
Yeah, while they come and knock on the door.
So I am going to ask for your stealth roll with advantage then, Jim. Just so it's there's a roll to have.
Play motion dice tonight. No idea why.
It's normally with my workmates that I play with. It's the ones that have got a slow computer, or the computers that have slowed down for some reason.
This isn't a slow computer.
Would it be quicker to? What about if you roll them on your phone?
Possibly, yeah. I will.
Have you got updates that it's 24? Yeah, okay. Have you got updates that Windows are trying to do or something like that? Sometimes it's. But anyway, what I'm going to do, Jim, I'm going to put. Where's Rokkr? Where are you? I'm going to put you.
Wow.
Visible to players. So everything that you can see from all of the windows, I'm going to give you pretty much the layout of the whole Voktr house.
Yo, boy. The cat has perfect camouflage against me. You can't actually see he's there.
can't see you're there, let alone the cat.
You are quite dark, Mark.
I know lights behind me. See,
Black Mage 666.
yeah, playing with the cat, and it's completely. He's really there. Look.
What, is there a cat?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh! I thought we found a cat in the game.
Yeah, there's lots of cats actually.
Oh, cool.
So Jim's done a recce basically. Rocker's done a recce. Let me just view as player so I can see what I've opened up for art. One I've missed, which is there's a window in it. Oh, interesting. Oh, where are I put it now? Okay.
How did you get to that room?
So that's pretty much what you can see, except for places without windows.
Yeah.
So here you could. Oh, these aren't there. They're gone. Let's get rid of those.
Who's not there? Where am I?
It doesn't matter. You don't need to know. So in terms of who you can and can't see through this window, you can see Ernst Larnack, and you can see Jeff Sheff, who we met in a previous episode.
I remember him.
I enjoyed Jeff Sheff. You can see one of the patrons from the pub, and you can also see now his brother. So these are the two Vokhter sons. There's the dead father. There's a room there that you can't see into. You can't see access into this room. And yet the window clearly tells you that there is a room there. I mean, that might be of interest. Let me read it to you. I
think the curtains were shut on it, looking at the picture.
Yeah. Well, I'll read it out. So behind the hinge panel in this bookcase lies a dusty 10-foot square room with a curtained window and shelves lining 3 walls. On the bottom shelf rests an iron chest. The other shelves are bare. So that's what you can see, Jim.
House has bare shelves.
Okay.
Yeah, most people keep their bears, in a cage or something.
In the forest, I would suspect.
In their dreams, according to Ted.
Just seeing the
anyone that's got
way
special shelves for the
door.
You let me put you round. Sorry, mate. We'll discover the whole building, shall we? So, back door.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favourite.
What looks like a side entrance. This room you can't see. There's the front door that you have access to. So it's just the west now, isn't it?
Right. So, do I get time to approach Jarek before they knock on the door?
Where am I?
Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah.
So basically, I tell him there's what I've discovered, and wait to see whether he does want to just knock on the door, or am I going in through the back while he knocks on the door, or are we fighting our way in? What's the dealio?
Well, at the moment, we don't know anyone's aggressive. We don't even know if they're going to be involved with their mother's plans. So I am, all the aggression's coming from Mark here, potentially not the other side. So I would say we still just knock on the door at this point.
So I didn't really want to go in and kill everyone. I just want to see what your reactions to that plan would be.
I mean, if anything, it's if you want to be to one, because you're pretty damn fast, be to one side of the building so you could potentially zip up to one of the side doors and jump in if anything kicks off. Other than that, I'd say we'd all go in through the front.
Yep, I'm down with that.
I mean, obviously, we can replan if we're refused entrance, or depending on what they say and do. But yeah.
Well, are we going to accuse them? Because what? Are we going to say, look, we know there's some black magic going on somewhere in this house, and we're going to find it, or what? How are we going to approach it? Just so.
I mean, it depends how the conversation goes, but it would be asking firstly inquiring as to if they were attacked last night, or if the house was attacked, or if they had any idea what happened in the town, because that could potentially imply guilt there or not.
Yeah.
If they haven't been attacked at all, when the rest of the town has, and that if they knew about their mother's involvement in it.
So we're going with the pretense that we're checking that they're okay, and then
Yeah.
checking they're okay, know if mother's involvement with it, then maybe revealing that her if they admit to it that their mother lost her life during the fight, at the skirmishes out in the street, but not give them actual detail, and so that we're here to investigate before the Baron sends his men to investigate.
We are his men.
Well, we are actually.
Because the Baron
Well, he
will.
thinks we are.
If the Baron finds out that it's the Voxer lady that's caused this, he's just going to come down on the entire family and destroy them, isn't he?
Yeah, and then we can take over and have the mansion.
We're probably their safer bet at this point. But again, we don't know if the boys are involved or not. So
Summon the boy.
But it depends on their reaction. But I think that's the rough plan. We're here to check they're okay. Do they know what's happened? Do they know the mum was involved? And then we are the safer bet than the Baron descending on them.
Yeah.
At the moment, the Baron does
know?
not know their mother was involved.
Do you know who your mum is?
Are you, Alice, menstruating right now?
Unless anyone's got anything else to add, yeah.
Okay.
No, sounds good.
Who's doing what then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jarek's up.
I'm going in with.
Knock on the door. Are you all stood behind?
Yeah, just milling about, looking shifty.
In a conga.
With
conga.
Jarek, just in case he needs a bit of wordplay help, but it's...
I'm sort of more off to the side on the corner, so I've got access to the sight lines down the side.
Got you. Spot on. So it takes, as you knock, there's initially no response, but you can, so after you knock again, you hear behind the door, and it's a good sort of 2-3 minutes after you've knocked, you hear from the other side of the door a voice that you don't recognise, and there's a sort of whispered conversation, and then someone will say, "Who's there?"
It's us.
I'll announce my name. I mean, whether they know us all by name or not, I'd have thought so by now.
Yeah.
And just say we've come to speak to whoever is in charge of the household.
Drink.
Okay. So the door opens a creak, and you can see this figure here stood at the front door, and he identifies himself as Carl Vokkr, and he'll say, "Yes, mother told us that you were." Yes, mother told us about you. Please come in. Have you seen mother? Do you know where she is?
I'll kind of gesture to talk inside rather than be stood at the door. Obviously, I'd like to do something, but gesture. I'd rather be inside and discuss.
Sure. So as you open the door, you can see stood next to Carl, there's Nikolai, the second brother, and there's also Ernst as well. And they all look a little bit sheepish as they gesture you into the sitting area again, and the door is shut, sealed, and locked behind you as you enter.
Ooh, did we all enter? Was that
Your choice?
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah, I went in.
You are.
Indeed.
I think I feel like as I was the one that mostly killed her, I'm thinking that entering into a house with a sheepish people, there might be. I'm better on the outside.
Well, you can go back and guard the body we hid in the house.
Say again.
You can go back and just stand watch over the property we've stuffed the body in for now, and just because you can see the door of the house from there. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stand in between the two, so I've got an eye on both.
Yeah. Okay.
And still keeping in the shadows.
Yeah.
Akxikas can summon him in a whim, can't he? If we need.
Yeah. I could summon a wind.
So with what was it? So it was Carl, and what was the other one?
Nikolai.
So Carl and Nikolai, is one clearly older?
Yes, Carl is older.
Right, so I'll be addressing Carl directly and then occasionally to Nikolai, kind of thing. So I said the first thing I will be asking them whether their property was attacked last night, and are they aware of what happened in the town?
They'll say, or Carl will say, so yeah, it looks like the whole town was attacked. We were in the inn. We were just leaving the inn, staggering home from the inn, if I'm honest, when all hell broke loose. There were guards running everywhere. There were undead roving through the streets. We managed to make it home. Ernst found us and dragged us home, and Mother wasn't here.
Did anything directly attack or come at them?
Ernst guided us around. We managed to avoid everything. We hid.
And okay. I'm kind of feeling that's probably more like. Is Ernst with us as well?
Yes.
Got to do an insight check, Dave. See if I can ascertain whether I trust them.
I was considering about. I was going to do mine on Ernst in a minute when I asked Ernst as to how he knew how to get round and everything.
Sure. So Ernst will say, well, forgive the bluntness, but I believe you already know my role for Lady Vokkr, and my role is to know the town. So let's have Akxikas' roll first, and then Jarek, if you want to roll as well.
Right, here we go. Insight 10.
And then 18 for me.
18. As far as you can tell, both Carl is as far as Akxikas is concerned, definitely telling the truth. He seems like a frightened little mouse, a man in his 30s. And Ernst, he seems to be, everything he says is factual.
Yeah, it's all factual. That's what he was doing. Yeah, he's not lied about it. Yeah, okay. So I'll then ask if they are, and this one might be the more shocking one, if they're aware of any involvement of their mother in what happened last night. And this is directed more between Carl and Ernst.
And okay. I'll be watching Nikolai at this one.
Sure. So at this, all three exchange glances, and Carl and Nikolai, as they're exchanging glances, linger both of their gazes on Ernst. And Ernst
lops his lad out, starts jacking off.
Zip lob. Ernst will say, Lady Vokkr was a very private woman. She had many friends. I performed certain duties for her, and she gestures to Nikolai and Carl. And if you'll forgive me, gentlemen, her sons were allowed free reign.
Well, this is
not what I asked.
Yeah, he'll sort of sigh, and both Nikolai and Carl sort of nod, and they'll sort of Ernst will say, "We have suspicions. She is our mistress, so I'm not prepared to say any more."
So, well, if this is going to come as a horrible shock, but this is during the fighting last night. We were with the Baron and Morrigan, and we were attacked, and we realised after the fight, one of the dead was Lady Vokkr.
So at this, straight away, Nikolai sort of staggers, and Carl sort of holds on to him, and then they're sort of like they hold on to each other, and they're looking back and forwards, and Ernst will sort of nod as if to say, and then it will be Carl will say, "So what happened?"
So I'll address them directly. Then it will be she's. Let's see our best way to put it. And again, keeping Ernst's attention even on this is she was in league with those that were attacking the town.
Was robed, you can say, can't you?
Yeah, she was robed and concealed and in league with those that were attacking the town. She fell during the fighting. We identified the body at the end. currently the Baron does not know the identity that your brother was involved in this, and to this point he still does not. We have come here to try and find out what involvement she really did have behind it all and everything, and what, how all this could have happened last night, before the Baron sends Morrigan to investigate.
Okay. Okay, lovely. So Colin Nikolai is still, clearly grieving the loss of this, and the news, or more accurately, the confirmation that you are now giving that Mother was involved in this wrongdoing. So they are going to, after a moment of gathering themselves, Carl will say, "Mother's body. Can we bring Mother's body home? We need to bury her."
I'll gladly say yes. We have brought her close by, but have left her guarded in one of the properties across the way for now.
Okay, we'll help you bring her in, and set her next to Father. But in terms of we had no idea. We had no idea.
Yeah, I can't believe then. It's Ernst, I think, probably knows a bit more than he's saying, but if he's a lackey, maybe not. Okay.
What's that cone of truth thing that we had? What's that about? Can we do that?
It's a cone.
It makes you tell the truth.
Can someone do it, though? Is it a thing we can do?
It is. But what I was going to say is while I'm happy to direct them to get the body, and if they want help bringing it across, are they happy for us to have a look around to see if there's anything here that could cause, if the Baron and Morrigan come to investigate, could cause them to, find details of, or because I assume the kids know that the Baron doesn't like this family.
It's a fair bet, yeah.
Yeah. So, as I said, getting across the point that if anything here that's incriminating, if Morrigan and the Baron come in and find it, that will be the end of the Vox family.
Okay. So Carl will say, because your 18 insight was at Ernst, and he does seem to be telling the truth, but he's taking a back step now as Carl seems to be stepping forwards. Carl will say that Mother has a room sealed where, me and Nikolai have found it on several occasions, but we were beaten severely when Mother found out that we had found it. That's likely to be where, if there's any incriminating evidence, that's where it'll be. Our sister Stella is upstairs. She was driven mad by the Baron's son, which it wasn't the start of the enmity between us and the Vallakoviches, but it was certainly an extra fire to the fuel to the fire. But Mother held most of her meetings or her clubs in the basement. The door on the side of the building, on the east side of the building, leads down to the basement. So I would suggest upper floor. We'll point you. It's past the cat's room, to the secret entrance, and the basement.
The cat room.
That will be Jarek's reaction to the cat's room. Will be there
to the cat cave.
To the cat room.
It is.
Want to go and talk to them all.
Hold on, let me put Rokkr in there. It's full of cats.
And hug them. Pet them and call them George.
Yeah. Oh wow, so it really is full of cats.
It's full of cats.
What? My screen updated.
It's on the top floor.
Oh, I want to play with a cat.
Wait, why am I in there?
Just so you can see it.
I'm going to
She was very unoriginal
disguise
with a name
myself.
for them. Is that what's written
change
around
into
there?
a cat.
Sure.
Is that what's on their little collars? Is that their names? FS1 cat yellow.
No, that's just because
Very
your dungeon
imaginative
master's a
with
little bit
names.
lazy when he was planning this map.
You should have just called them all Tiddles.
How'd you zoom in on map tools?
Mouse
wheel.
mouse wheel in.
Mouse wheel.
Right, I'm going to go with Mitzi.
Trackpad, so.
So, do we, as a group, do we want to do top floor first before the potential basement of doom, or?
I do not mind.
I always
you
like to play the above floors before I go down in most games. It's just how I've always played games, as I go up first, then I go down afterwards.
Does anybody feel the need to communicate with me who's still outside the building?
Well, yeah, because we're going to come and get the body.
I'm just going to go for a wee while you're discussing. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I sneak up on
You
you
just
and
read
whisper in your ear, clunk, clunk, clunk.
You don't
Yeah.
sneak up on me.
yeah, so if we because we said we're going to go and help the lads bring the body in. So if we do that, we can pick up Rokkr on the way back in. Then leave them to tend to the body while we. Because they said the one thing I picked up is they said they want to go and lie her next to Dad, which kind of I assume means that is Dad upstairs.
Yeah, is Jeff dead?
And they know obviously he's dead up there, so it's whether that's a recent thing. So they're going to want to go upstairs anyway. So if we help them take the body upstairs, we can scout around the upstairs, see if there's anything we can come across. Then we head to the basement.
Okay.
And the cats.
Give the cats a little stroke.
I mean, I'm quite happy to, to be a distraction to the lads, go up and do. I know it's a bit late, but last rites and whatever with the body while you guys scout. Or
Just sweet.
I'm gonna grab the black cat,
oh god,
like lay its back across my head, and run around going cat hat.
I like the fact you laugh, but he actually does that.
Well, I used to.
Yeah, my old cat used to have that happen to him quite a lot. He didn't seem to care.
That's an amazing
No,
mental
doesn't.
image. It's a lot better than the one you were giving.
Remember the cat like that going cat hat. Yeah, so that's the plan.
Sorry, I'm just naming the cats as quickly as I can.
Can you name one of the black ones, Floyd?
Floyd,
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them
Floyd, gotcha.
One of them should be called Mungo Jerry. Another one could be Captain Beefheart.
You've got Floyd,
I
Fluffy
mean,
Twat.
you've gone for
Puss
for
flap.
interesting names.
Vallaki was the worst. Stripey Git. One left.
Oh, it doesn't say stripy git; it says stippy git.
Oh, does it?
Garfield, the last one.
Arthur.
Garfield.
Yeah.
Garfield.
It's a yellowish one, isn't it? So.
Sure, yeah. There you go.
You feed it lasagna.
So that's the plan. We were going to go and help the lads retrieve the body.
Yep.
Take the body upstairs because I assume because we know that's where the dead body is, and they said lay him next to Dad.
Yeah.
Then scout the top floor and then head to the basement depending on what we find.
Sure. Okay. So, easily done. Rokkr joins the party again, I assume. Yeah. So they lay Lady Voctor next to Lord Voctor. And you can tell, Jarek would be able to tell. Again, I'm not going to ask for a roll. I'm not into rolls on this session. I'm going to skip over that. This body has been dead for long enough, and Carl and Nikolai will tell you that Father died several years ago, but it looks fresh. So you.
There's that spell that maintains them, isn't there?
Yes, I unlocked it, so I would probably know of this one.
Yes, gentle repose.
Yeah.
So
Fresh body.
there's some form, and it's a necromantic ability from the school of necromancy. So there's definitely some necromancy going on, and they will tell you that Mother has been preserving the corpse just on the off chance that they would meet someone that can raise him.
Did you just that Dan's become a zombie wrangler?
Oh, hang on. Does that mean the spell will stop now?
It lasts for 10 days. It's not concentration. But depending on when she last cast it, it extends the decay for 10 days.
So let's take you into the room. So there, the Ernst I'm going to assume that you're keeping an eye on Ernst. Okay, so as you lay Lady Voctor next to Lord Voctor, the sons are sort of having a bit of a weepy moment at the bedside, and they look like they're staying there. Ernst is sort of hovering around.
I'll ask him how he became a little buzzing thing. It was a human being looking thing when I last looked at him.
Well, I'm
What?
I'm quite happy to kind of stand by the bedside with the lads and say prayers and whatnot, just to
Okay.
calm them while the others go and have a hunt.
When they've finished the prayers, I'm going to talk to the lads and ask one of them at least. You say that she was keeping him prepared for if she met anyone that could bring him back. That ritual requires diamonds. Had she managed to acquire those for if she did meet someone that could bring him back? Do you know how long after his death she managed to prevent the decay?
Okay, in response to diamonds, they'll say, well, we don't have any diamonds, not that we know of. But Father died a year ago, and she's every week or so, if not a little bit over a week, she will spend some time with Father. And we've heard chanting coming from the bedroom.
And on his passing, do you know how quickly she managed to attend to him?
Very quickly. He died of natural causes in her arms.
Where am I on the map, Dave? I can see everyone.
Theatre of the mind, Mark. You don't need to be there just yet. If I need to put you there, I'll put you there. You're downstairs, I think, in this room.
Were either of the boys present when he died?
Let's say no.
Okay. I was just trying to work out if she'd managed to catch it within a minute of his death, because then Revivify would be an option.
For quizzing two people that are grieving over this kind of stuff.
The story that they relate to you is Father died in her arms, so they would assume so.
Okay.
Anyway, let's scout rooms.
Let me just put Mark in, so he doesn't feel left out. There you go, Mark.
Are we going off separately, or?
Well, we've been given free reign. We know they're the only ones in the house, so it's perfectly fine. I mean, from what we've been told, that's the key room to try and get to and look at. Did the boys tell us about that one or not?
Yes, they found the secret. In fact, I'll enable it for you.
Yeah. So we knew from the description Dave gave us that it was behind the bookcase.
Yeah.
So that one's really the only one on the top floor that probably needs investigation, or maybe talking to the daughter, because I think we said the daughter was mad.
Yeah.
And what's in this room?
That's the daughter's room. So
Right.
it is locked. It's locked from the outside, but Carl knows where the key is, and they'll open the door for you. Where's Rokkr? Token.
He's in cat room.
There we go. So Stella's inside there. So what you
Stella!
Let me read it for you.
Very well kept for someone that's locked in a room.
This room is musty and dark. The iron-framed bed fitted with leather straps stands near the wall. The place has no other furnishings. Scurrying away from you on all fours is a young woman in a soiled nightgown. Yeah, she's not well kept. She leaps onto the bed and hisses like a cat. Little Kitty doesn't know you, she shouts. Little Kitty doesn't like the smell of you. She's clearly insane. Are you having a bit of a BO problem there, Dan?
She doesn't like the smell of us. I was just...
Apparently, you don't get links in Fantasy World.
You don't, apparently. You have to deal with cougars or something instead, and they'll try and bite you. They will.
And sort of Carl will be there, and she'll sort of say that he'll tell you the story again of how the Vallaki boy drove her mad. They were going to try and marry the two together, but Stella returned like this, and they've not been able to break through to her since. And
there
you
any
can
way to
clearly
cure-
tell it's a form of madness that she's
This
suffering with.
entire realm seriously needs people with greater restoration.
Does that cure insanity? Is there something that cures?
Yeah,
Yeah.
greater
we've
restoration
been
deals
told
with a
what we
lot.
need. Yeah.
We need to go and get Van Helsing.
Yeah. TVs. Does he look like Peter Cushing?
Little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Probably don't want to be in that room then.
No. So you shut the door, make your way out. You're aware of the fact.
To Jarek, I don't like the smell of her.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable with leaving her, to be honest.
Interesting.
Do you have greater restoration?
Because there's nothing else can do.
No, but I have fucking empathy.
What level spell's that? Don't think I've got it yet as a paladin.
Yeah.
So Carl will say that for the past year or so they've been looking after Stella, and they're happy to continue to do so.
Clearly, they're fucking not.
That's a fair comment. If you do manage to find a cure, it would be most welcome.
Dave, do none of these houses have toilets?
No. Words need to be had with these boys. That's their sister.
Here, shitwad.
Mad or not, that's not fucking gravy.
Okay, I'm going to add a roll to this then, Ted, because I want to see how well you do. I'm going to go with intimidation, and I will give you advantage because of where you're coming from and the state that they're in.
Hang on. Sorry, just.
Your internet is being particularly good today.
It's because I'm doing it on my laptop. I'm trying different things because at the moment I can't see any of you. But I didn't know how to do.
Yeah, you're not missing anything.
It's working really well. So so you what did we roll? 13.
13.
Okay, so it's Nikolai that Carl sort of turns towards Nikolai, and Nikolai looks and says, "Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. We're the future of the Voxer family now. It's time that we stepped up. Stella is my responsibility. I will look to her. You have my word."
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll be back this way at some point, I guess.
Mother. Yeah.
My friend Akxikas has taken quite a fancy to the house.
I was only kidding. I don't really want to kill them all.
Well, you were kidding about 10 times, I think, Mark. So I think you crossed the boundary of kidding. But yeah, you get the impression he's he realizes their mistake, and that they're going to take care of Stella a little bit more. So that takes us round to here. So if I'll just move Rokkr in. So behind the bookcase, the room opens up. And the only thing that you can see is an iron treasure chest.
It'd been better if it was just an iron.
But it is locked.
Demo.
I do have some. What do I have?
Oh, Ethereum bitcoins are down 5.78%.
What a shame.
Why has my computer felt the need to tell me that?
Yes. So, is there any sense that it's anything but a normal lock?
Let's have an investigation check from you then, please.
Oh, he's got his hood up. It's serious now.
Yeah.
He's invisible.
Fucking comedy rolls. Sorry, I'll get it on my phone.
Well, which one we're taking though?
Oh, the one that lands. I've already rolled it, so.
Yeah.
15. Yeah, there does appear to be a simple trap As you peer into it, there's a poison needle, or a needle.
Right. Is that something I have the ability to deal with in my with my thieves' tools?
Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
I don't believe that I am. Would it say proficient?
I don't think he was either.
No,
I
I'm
think
not.
we were just using you. In which case you would have no idea how to disable this without a key.
Dun, dun,
Right.
dun.
What have I got? So I'm sure I've got some kind of poison, something or other.
Have you got a very big hammer?
That's a bit of a personal question.
Right. Did we search the body?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we find anything on it? Like a
Only
key?
some necromantic scroll, well, potential scroll necromantic stuff that I've got in my backpack.
When there's no one to overhear me, I'll say to them, "What shall we do?" It says, "What we should." I'll try that again. If we find some sort of evidence in this this hidden room that they've told us about, if we want to distract the Baron from, stop him from killing the rest of the family like a twat,
Unleash the cats!
or at least the cats, then we need to sort of possibly say we found these things outside maybe a camp in the woods just outside town. There was someone there. We
You
killed
want to
them.
camp in the woods.
Right.
Depends what we find, doesn't it?
Given that this has got a window, I'm going to take another look outside at the window and see if I can gain entry that way.
What?
You're already in the room.
We're in the room. It's the chest that's locked.
Oh, it's the chest that's locked.
Yes,
Yeah,
your
sorry.
vision isn't that good.
This is what we say to Rokkr when we see him outside the window.
What are you doing?
So, come in.
Come in, it's the chest.
Sorry, I missed that bit. That it was a chest, clearly.
Yeah, apparently.
Is it a nice chest? And if so, can I give it
Can
a
you
little
fondle
squeeze?
it? Yeah.
There's not a lot.
Are you looking at me bra?
Is the chest locked?
Can
she'll let you do out. She'll let you put a tea bag in her bra.
magic hands attempt to open it and trigger the trap?
Okay.
So
that seems reasonable, Jim. Let's have. I'm going to give you. Are you attempting it?
While he's doing that, I'm going to go pet a cat.
not with my actual hands. I'm going to guide
Unleash the cats!
magic hands to do it.
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'll make a magic hand.
Okay, that's interesting.
Sure you will.
Yeah. There's lots you can do with this. Feels like somebody else is doing it.
Magic fondling hand. So what I'm going to ask it's one hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to need two hands.
Can anybody else cast a hand? Can anybody else cast?
Can I figure from looking at it? Can I work out how it would activate and could the hand that was fake be the one that does get spiked?
Gotcha. Let's have.
Yeah.
What I'm going to ask for then is a sleight of hand with disadvantage from Akxikas and a normal sleight of hand
from me,
from you, and we're going to kind of get the mean.
13.
That's not bad, actually, Mark.
Excuse me, it's not bad with disadvantage.
That was disadvantage as well, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it says on it, just in case.
Okay, dude, nice one.
Yep.
Wait a couple of hours for mine to come up. Sorry, I rolled on the computer.
Yeah, it'd have been 18 if I'd have not had disadvantage.
Why are we having these issues in 2022? God.
Okay. That's unlucky, Jim. You don't manage to open the lock, but you do trigger the trap, and the needle shoots out and then
Into your balls.
retracts almost. You hear a click, and you assume that that's what's happened. It impales into the mage hand, you assume, but you didn't actually see it happen.
If can I use my favoured by the anal to try and add 2d4 to my roll? Would that make any difference? Could that make any difference?
No,
Can you
'cause-
use it on a check? Either? No, it's saving throw and attack. Is it check as well?
Once per short rest, if you fail a saving throw, oh no, you can't. No, it's only a saving throw or an attack. So ignore me completely.
If
So
only we
that
could.
another go, do I really?
Sorry, while this is all going on, the room with the cats in, what was the actual room? Because we're not all going to be stood in the little small room, so most of us will be in the room with the cats. So.
Nope. So what you get?
I'm already running around the mansion with a cat on my head.
Which one is it, Floyd?
It's obviously Floyd. I think it needs to be named P. Floyd, not Floyd.
This room is crawling with cats. Would you believe? Bookshelves hug the walls, but most of the shelves are bare. Other furnishings include a desk, a chair, a table, and a wine cabinet. The room has an irregular shape, and none of the angles seem quite right, as though the shifting of the house has set the whole place on edge. There's supposed to be 8 cats. I can't remember how I'll put in. Let's have a perception check from Jarek.
There is 8 cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have got 8.
Yay.
Perception. Okay.
I was just lazy with the names.
Aardvark.
I've got a perception of 13.
13. 13. You see a small iron key.
Oh.
Once again, could have been an iron.
But there's on the desk. There's pieces of parchment. There's quills. There's ink. Wax candles. Wax seals.
Is there a wax walrus?
There's a wax walrus.
Sorry.
It's part of a candle, mostly melted. All you can see, and it's mostly dribbling down the tusks. Fucking enabler.
Brilliant.
That was a good recovery, Dave. Well done.
Thank you very much.
have inspiration.
Not to use on us.
So, where is the key? Just on the desk?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pick the key up. If there happens to be a cat nearby, I'll fuss its head, and then I'll walk back through and just say, "Do you want to try this?"
He's caught me just as I'm using my lockpick, which was putting the sword blade into the lock and getting my shield.
Are we all cat people? Am I just discovering this? I went to a patient last night who'd got 2 Bengal kittens.
Oh, Bengals are gorgeous.
Fortunately, no one was dying, so I played with the cats for about 10 minutes.
Oh, sweet.
They were amazing.
We make Daisy.
Have you seen the cat Andy's got, Dave?
No.
She's got 2 of those fucking Norwegian forest bastards with giant paws.
Is that their official names?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is now.
Norwegian forest
I
bastards.
very much miss having a cat, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like a Maine Coon, but they cost a fortune. They're about 1,500 quid, but they are just amazing.
I did.
These are what those Norwegians are.
Yeah.
I did go to a patient with a hairless cat. Not into them.
They're weird, man.
Not into them. All they just sat there looking at you while sat in a sock.
Yeah, because they're always cold because they've got no fucking fur.
Weird looking things. I made the effort and stroked one and went, no.
They feel like, don't you think they feel like suede when you stroke them?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not right, is it?
It's not.
Anyway,
It's making
what's
me
in the
itch.
chest? I'm hoping I've got the correct key.
Yeah.
So what's in the chest?
Okay, let's open the chest for you. Yeah. So you stop Nick from bending his brand new silver log sword. So inside there's a couple of pouches. There's a wooden pipe. Anyone? No.
I want the pipe.
Okay, but there's mostly documents in the bottom. So there's
Is that a pipe you can smoke, by the way?
wooden pipe that has been
I've already
passed down
claimed it.
Yeah, why not?
Lancelot's getting it.
I'll have that.
Going with his top hat.
So there's scrolls. There's a leather case containing unbound manuscripts. There's a black leather grimoire. I do like a grimoire. And there's also, and it's a letter that's been mounted into a picture frame.
Oh, yeah.
So, in total, there's a silk bag which contains 180 electrum pieces, each coin bearing Strahd's stern visage.
Do all of them bear Strahd's visage? They do,
All the
don't they?
coins, all the electrum pieces we've seen do. I don't know about the
That's
other
right.
coins.
These do.
I didn't know if whoever was in charge of the town and supplied it had their own visage. No, it's just they've all got it.
Yeah. There's a leather bag containing 110 gold pieces. There's the wooden pipe, smoking pipe. Whoever is taking that.
Yeah, Bagsy that.
Ted,
No.
Ted, fuck it.
Fuck you.
We're
That's
not
Lancelot's.
we're not stealing from the family here.
No, this is the evil woman that we had to kill.
Yeah, but it goes to the kids for them to carry on running the
Yeah.
family.
I am going to keep the pipe though. I just feel I haven't got one.
Ted's already got it.
Ted's got the pipe.
Oh,
You
I told
dare?
you. I claimed it straight away.
oh.
So
Lancelot's having that.
there's five scrolls which, as you read through, I'd like to think of them as the bit in Knight's Tale. They're notarized, so as you unroll them, there's all the tassels and all the bits. So they're notarized deeds for parcels of land given to the Vokkr family by Count Strahd von Zarevich nearly 400 years ago.
Okay.
Just put them back because they're going to need.
Which
them.
areas of land?
They're
We don't want which areas, Dan.
some that you don't recognise, some that you suspect aren't part of this land that you're currently in, but the others are a sort of townhouses or estates or properties within the village of Barovia and here in Vallaki, most this house included. There's a supple leather case containing a manuscript, which is titled "The Devil We Know."
Right. That sounds incriminating. So I'll hold on to that one for now.
You're doing what? Sorry.
I'm just going to hold on to that one for now because that sounds interesting.
Okay. There's the grimoire. It's a black leather-bound grimoire, and the title is "The Grimoire of the Four Quarters." Let's have a history check from. Is it Jarek that's reading it?
I've opened the thing. So, yeah, a history check. Yeah, that's not great. I think. Oh, +3. It's not terrible. Oh, 17.
Okay, it's written by someone called Devostus.
Hey.
You recognise the name Devostus?
Okay. I don't. Okay.
From it's the infamous tale of Devostus, who apparently was hung, drawn, and quartered, but still survived.
Nice.
But with
That's
17,
not ideal.
it's not. 17 is enough for you to be aware that this is a forgery. If it was the real one, just looking and reading the title, you'd have gone mad by now. So you sort of put it back to and feel very fortunate that it's a copy.
Yeah, okay.
And that leads us to the letter. So it's a very old letter mounted in this picture frame, and it is to Lady Lavinia Vokkr. The parchment is old and crumpled. It's been preserved as best as it can, and it is signed by one Lord Vasily von Holtz.
Not is that a name we've heard before?
Is Vasily the
Oh,
elf we met we helped with zombies?
Yeah, he was at the gate, wasn't
street?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Vasily was his family name. I would have.
And was he human or elvish?
He was human.
So it's family.
He was Lord Flashheart.
Yeah, but Vasily was the family name there. Surely von Holtz would be the family name if it's Lord Vasily von Holtz. So it's not the same.
You met Lord Vasily von Holtz, but I mean, it could be.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but it's the letter is thanking Lavinia for her hospitality, loyalty, and friendship over the years. However, what you do notice is this letter from Lord Vasily von Holtz. The handwriting you believe you've seen before, and in fact, as you look through the various pieces of documentation that you have, this is Strahd's handwriting.
Okay.
So this is the Vasily we helped. Was it just Strahd in disguise? Did we help Strahd and get him into town? And
we could have done.
Did Chewbacca just walk in?
It wasn't me. I wasn't even there.
Someone's just kicked Chewbacca in the testicles.
That'd be horrible.
no, it's
Yeah, you wouldn't
being
survive very
aware
long, would you?
I don't think so.
if we see Vasily, he could very possibly be the guise that Strahd goes under to walk his land.
Yeah. So the only thing really from here is to have a read of the Devil We Know thing, see what that's about, and then let the boys know not to read that grimoire. Yeah, and very, very much impress on them.
Shall we take that with us as a sort of evidence of wrongdoery that we can say we
I
found
think
somewhere else?
it's probably something that's best not being left lying around unless the boys want it. I mean, I will tell them how dangerous it is.
Shall we just lash it in the bag of holding and give it to the Baron? See what he...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just leave it on his table.
What I've been what I was thinking.
The boys.
Oh.
Are we going to, make up some story about finding evidence outside of town so the Baron leaves the family alone?
Again, as I said, it entirely depends what we find. We need to know what's in the basement first.
Right, so let's go in the let's go check out the basement then.
Until we know what's in the basement, we don't know if we can frame something else somewhere else or what. But yes, something along those lines is probably what we'll be trying to go for.
Yeah, basement.
Okay. So to get to the basement, what you have to do is you have to go outside and through this locked door there. The Carl will open it for you.
My lockpick's ready again.
So a slanted wooden cellar door with an iron pull ring and iron hinges stands against the foundation of the house. As you open the door, the stairs descend to the west and then turn to the south, and you overlook. In fact, I'll pan all the way out, and I'll just so you're fully included, Mark.
Are you?
The building opens up. So
we'll come down the stairs that Mark's on.
This large root cellar has a dirt floor, 2 ascending flights of stone steps enclosed by wooden railings stand across from one another. Tracks in the earth lead from one staircase to another. The other trail goes from both staircases to the centre of the bare west wall. 4 neatly made cots are set in a row against the south wall. As you open the door and start to descend, Nikolai, Carl, and Ernst all tagging along with you. All of them will say...
Before we descend, sorry, I wanted to do So, can we see the room in front of us, or is it just stairs at this point?
No, you can do.
I as we enter the room, I want to do a divine sense just to before we go down.
Sure. Read Divine Sense again for me, Dan, because it's the unobscured bit that.
Yep. I'm past it. Detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. Sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Nothing.
Dark vision as well, if that makes a difference. But
say again, sorry.
And I'd got the dark vision just to.
Yeah. No pings from the room. What the three gentlemen will tell you is that they were not allowed down here.
Okay.
So, this was Mother's book club.
Well, I've got one of the books. Are they happy for me to take the book, or did they? Well...
Yeah, no, they're happy.
So I've got the Book of Lunatics.
Is that a Jedi robe, J-Mo? I have to ask.
I'm going to go and add it to my inventory.
I've got a dressing gown.
No, it's just a standard hoodie, I'm afraid.
So you bought me one.
Jedi dressing gown.
Yeah, so you bought me one years ago.
It is a Jedi dressing gown.
Cool thing to have a dressing gown of, I reckon.
Wonder if you used a Jedi skill like that, would it negate it?
I don't know.
This isn't the flag off you're looking for.
It's but it's not a hoodie because it's zip up.
What is it then?
One of Ted's playthings. He'll go for the tassels.
It's just a tracksuit top with a hood.
Oh. Are you going to respond to that, J-Mo? You've just been accused.
I have no idea. I thought the term hoodie just referred to a garment with a hood.
This is a hoodie. What? So coats are hoodies now, are they?
This is gonna descend rapidly, isn't it? So what I'm gonna so what you can see then is steps going from here to here, but also steps leading to a blank wall there, and 4 beds at the end. So far, it was. Let's put Nik on. Nik was having a look round the corner.
There's beds in the basement. That's weird.
And relayed to you what you can see. What do you want to do?
Go in. Go down. There's nothing around. We did the undeadity test, didn't we?
Yeah, moved on.
Okay, so as you hit the bottom deck onto the floor, let's roll initiative.
Whoa, righty-ho.
Well, I can confirm what creature types they're not.
They're not mimics.
Oh, they could be.
Can you put me on there?
If it's a coffin, it might be.
You're there, dude. And who am missing? Fester. Gotcha.
Oh, that was a good roll for me.
Yeah, I've rolled a couple of times and nothing's happened. I'm clicked on.
Can't see myself to click on. Oh, there we are.
Sorry, mate. I'd not.
Action. I'm trying to put miniatures together, Dave, and you're making me do stuff.
There I am.
What are you building, Ted?
Monkey.
Witch hunter.
Right, it's going to be ages till my go. Therefore, I'm going to have a little hamster, wheel rolly ball thing. I'll be back.
You're going to put what up where?
Do you not want to know what's happening? He doesn't want to know what's happening. He's gone again.
Oh.
Scared.
Where did they come from? Right, we use Fester and Rokkr as human shields. Well,
just throw Akxikas in and shut the door. As whoever, and I'm quite happy for you to say which order you were marching in and where you're going to be on the stairs. As your foot falls onto the bottom step from the earth, out of the earth, in what looks like specially dug pits, ghouls appear and start slathering and raging towards you, which is why I asked Dan, because they were underground, under total cover. Yeah, That's all right.
So, who are we saying put their foot on the bottom step first?
My assumed position is always at an advantage and at height. So
I envisioned you. Yeah, that's exactly. That's exactly what I'm
Stick yourself where you want to go, then, gentlemen.
I wouldn't have been. I don't think I'd have been at the front because I was talking to the lads on the way down. So.
Where are the ghouls, Dave?
on the map.
Oh, hang
So
on.
I imagine it would probably be Nick that put his foot on the bottom step.
Yeah, they're quite shaded, and I can see that.
No, it's because I'm in the other room. That's why.
Hold up, mate. Where are you? There.
Yeah, there we go. That's
So just
right.
put yourself wherever you want. I assume the three non-coms are just kind of lurking at the top of the step.
Yeah.
Dave, is this a banister or a wall?
It's a banister, so you can see through
Thank you.
and down.
Yeah. Cheers. It looked like a banister. I just thought I'd check.
Okay.
It's a
I'm
balustrade,
feeling
isn't it?
vulnerable.
So I'm happy that I would have been about there when Nick stood on the bottom step.
Fairly sure balustrades are normally more ornate.
No, the banister's the horizontal.
Just
The
focus,
vertical bit, the
focus,
balustrade bit that goes across the top.
Focus.
I don't want to be amongst the dickheads.
Yeah, but you're up higher than them, remember?
Yeah, I know. Obviously, you could just run and jump over, couldn't you?
I'm in danger.
We had decided that I am still suffering from my night hag rapage, though, aren't I?
You slept in a safe place last night, but you still got the previous ill effects.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure that's what we'd still agreed on. That's not just so I know for my hit points. I know whereabouts I am.
I'm assuming as they all come out the ground, I've not got time to dodge and take a defensive stance. And
it's I'd like to think of it as pretty instantaneous. So they're jumping up. It's prepared. It's a prepared pit with loose, perhaps a spring trap. So they're not surprising you. You're not surprising them. We're going straight at it.
You would be, other than the fact they jumped up and they all did the thriller dance, which put you off.
Yeah.
So I'm going. Presumably, this lad here is the first one that's going to make it to Nick.
Yeah.
So that's my Huckleberry.
Okay.
So I will be rolling Hunter's Mark.
On.
And I will be.
Is it dark down here, Dave?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Utterly.
It's pretty small, pretty furry.
So our ranger has advantage on everything.
Your ranger has advantage on.
Yeah, so for God's sake, I forget this every time. Dread Ambush, it's the third.
Your final attack.
Final attack, yes. Right, so rolling to hit with advantage. See if the dice roll. No, I'm fucking brain is rubbish. So I'm not going to roll. I'm going to do my rolls on my app. I've changed the browser and it's still doing it. Didn't do this last time.
I reckon you'd do a Windows update or something, mate. There's something that 22 hits, Jim.
Right. Okay. Awesome. I am going to then choose to action roll to hit. 12.
And then a D6. Your Hunter's Mark.
Oh, and the D6, yes, of course.
Oh.
Okay, first shot. I'm going to be back in a second. Keep rolling, Jim.
Does anyone want to guess where the secret door is?
I guess 25 hits.
It will. You hit with 22.
From what we found out last time, elves can't be paralysed. They can.
Yeah.
Nick can.
Oops.
I'm going with here.
About to
16.
get
That's a safe bet.
Winter is coming.
Anyone else want to take that bet?
You ate all the pies.
16, Jim.
I wonder
Okay.
whether we'll
How do you
get
want to kill the
16.
first one?
Ooh. Literally splitting him in two.
What arrows do you
Boom.
use?
Just literally just tears him apart, and he sort of.
They're not arrows, Dan.
Like that.
They're actually spades. He's finding spades for people.
That's how hard it went. Yeah.
It'd have to ricochet down from the ceiling or something.
That needs to be a YouTube clip. That does. someone shooting spades at right. Okay. Anything else, Jim?
Sorry.
It's third attack, right?
Yeah, third attack. So next lad, which is
Like
If you could get a crit on this one, that'd be lovely, mate.
yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? So I'm going to go for presumably this chap here.
Yep.
And I will roll to hit with advantage. 20.
20 hits.
Death's construction.
Doing 8 plus, is it D6 and D8, Dan?
No, just D8 because your hunter's mark
And
isn't on
D6.
this one.
Oh, your hunter's marked on something different, yeah.
No, I didn't transfer. Oh, it's a bonus.
Yeah, you can't transfer it.
3. 17.
Machine. Okay, any movement from Rokkr?
No, I'm quite happy where I am. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just really neat thing.
Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide what to fucking throw at these dickheads.
Jeff, throw Jeff at them.
Apparently spades.
We got a spade.
Is the spades lying around? In which case, I'll use one as a weapon in this fight, just to.
If there is any spades lying around, I'm going to call one of them a spade because that's what I do.
That's shocking, Mark. Absolutely shocking.
I thought it, and that's where I kept it.
Yeah, that's the best place for it.
No doubt.
My comedy genius is wasted on you, honestly.
Is that what we call it?
That's what it is. I identify as a really funny person, and you have to respect that.
Do you know the stats for a saber-toothed tiger? And if I conjured one, would you be happy with that?
I can get him.
Is this just
Triceratops? Can you make a Triceratops?
Is this
Not
summon
yet.
woodland being or summon what? Summon beast?
Conjure animal.
Conjure animal.
No, I don't think
a saber-toothed tiger has a challenge rating of 2.
Yeah, I can summon one of them.
Okay, so they have.
Yeah, I can summon one beast of a challenge rating of 2 or lower, 2 beasts of a challenge rating of 1 or lower. So if someone wants to summon like something lesser, I just thought having
8
a saber-toothed
velociraptors.
tiger-
That's the go-to in this. 8 velociraptors because they're a quarter. They've got pack tactics. It's vile.
I'm just thinking.
And Dave's shaking his head.
No velociraptors.
I can't see him shaking his head because I'm now on the other screen.
Oh, there we go. It's all good then. 8 velociraptors it is.
Are you? Sorry, people on YouTube, if you're actually watching this. Well, I don't. To call a spade,
yeah,
that isn't a racist term.
It's not.
I don't think so.
It's not, mate. No.
Yeah.
No, it's just saying something how it is.
Yeah. If it quacks like a duck and looks like a duck, it's a duck. Is a same phrase.
I just wanted to clarify that because I just thought, why is Ted offended and Dan offended by?
No, it was a very bad joke.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah, it was about me not being funny.
It was a garbage. It was a garbage.
It's more than context than the actual.
But, and I've told you,
So if anyone was being racist, it was you passively.
Yeah, you're the problem.
But yeah, we know you're not, Jim. So don't worry. So let's change the subject rather rapidly.
Yeah. So anyway, back to me identifying as a very funny person. So you all have to respect that. Yeah, so
No,
that
no,
was
no,
all my jokes.
We're
We're
back
way
to
past
testing
that.
if
Still
Power
on my
Rangers
desk.
go Saber-Tooth Tiger.
But you want to do it because it's new.
Saber
You know
Tooth
the
Tiger.
yellow.
See if I've
You know
got
the
it.
Yellow Ranger. We've actually got Saber-Tooth Tiger on.
I've got one. Right, where do you want
Uh,
The amount of times he said that.
let's have Justine appear.
Justine.
Steve.
There. In that square where the dead one is.
Justine Tiger. Right, hold up. Let me ownership to Mr. Teddington. There you go, dude. So you're going to be rolling. It's only got one action. You've got a bite or a claw. Both +6 to hit. A bite is 1d10 plus 5. A claw is 2d6 plus 5. So
That's nice. Yeah, nice.
Nice.
You've also got a pounce.
It is a saber-tooth tiger, so that's
now this might change where you want it. If the tiger moves at least 20 feet straight forward to a creature and then hits with a claw attack on the same turn, that target must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is prone, the target can make one bite attack against it as a bonus action.
Running leap off the banister.
Yes. So
I've sent you a
Maybe
photo of the stat block as well, Ted, for later.
cheers, mate. So we have
You just made a cup of tea.
and then
Yeah.
Have a cup of tea now.
I'm cold.
Oh,
It has turned chilly, hence the Jedi robe. So I can do it for you now, Mark.
yeah.
if he jumps
Yeah.
to that one,
I might
It's
make
lost
myself
form
a
a
cup of
bit.
tea too.
Sorry, Ted.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
okay.
a jolly good idea.
Go for
sorry,
it.
so if he jumps on this one,
Yeah.
that's because you said 20, didn't you? So
I
that's-
did,
that's
mate.
longer
Yeah,
than
it's got
20.
movement of 40, so yeah, you're well within range there. So do you want a claw attack at +6?
Why not?
What did? Hold up. I'm just going to move Justine there and change its name to Justine.
Yeah.
That's the noise it makes.
I must say, it looks like it'd rip a ghoul to pieces in seconds.
That's rather. It's a large creature.
It's not a friendly looking
What?
bastard.
The only issue is how am I rolling for this?
Roll a d20 and add plus.
Just D20 add 6, mate. Yeah.
At the end, Ted, I can show you how to add it onto your character sheet for the animal options
Okay,
you want.
cheers, mate.
Animal.
19.
Easily hit.
25.
Yeah. So this
And
with
then
with a claw is 2d6 plus 5, and I'll make the strength 14 save. Rolls a 10.
14.
Is that Jim's kettle?
Yeah.
We're getting interference. 14 damage. Yeah. And then you get. What did we say? Knocked prone. So I think you have advantage.
Yep. If a prone creature.
So you
get
have advantage. So
against
it's advantage on a d20 roll +6.
What? So a D20.
There's
roll.
none of us are on the map, are we?
Yes.
Oh, that's a bit pants.
Have I got
So
the wrong
11.
map? I can't have them.
Hold up. There you go, Mark.
Yeah, that's definitely the right map. I'm just not on it.
You're at the top of the stairs.
Am I? I'm not. Not on mine. It doesn't matter as long as I know. I just saw something then. Saw Dave pointing. No, I'm still not there. The map's blank apart from the dead ghoul, which is weird.
Oh, you might want to disconnect and reconnect next week and see you.
Right, I'll do that.
And all the ghouls and the tiger.
Yeah.
Let me. I can't see the tiger because I
Yeah,
was
there's a walking great.
before.
There's a walking great angry cat.
Right. So what do we have? Custom roll of 5, Ted.
So,
And
so +6, 11.
Here comes my huge tool. I mean, map tool.
hold
That's
up.
what you said, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, you're rolling with advantage.
Oh, sorry.
My
My bad.
myself.
Sorry, I need to roll another.
Yeah, I've got myself confused now. Yeah. I'm with it.
Well. So 11, so it'd be 13 instead.
Still hits.
Marvelous.
So
How
this
did you
is
just, how did you just think first message?
1d10 plus 5.
Can you try and do the map thing with us again, Dave, please? Because I'm on a different thing again now. I'm back where I started. That's all right.
At 15.
It's populated. Populons.
Okay, how does Justine want to tear that ghoul limb from limb?
Literally. Put one paw on the right shoulder, one paw on the left shoulder, onto the floor, and bite its face.
Crunch.
With its saber teeth, it tears into the ghoul and rips it to pieces. That's was that? I'm assuming that's an action to cast.
Well, it's a spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as a bonus action, can I just ready my magic ball?
You can do exactly that.
And then the goose will appear shortly.
Yeah, which gives us Ghoul's turn. So
masturbation's what you need.
Saber-tooth tigers. Who'd have thought?
Actually, what movement did that one just have? It was from there, wasn't it? So 20, 25, 30.
Cheers, Dan.
Whoa.
I've got the stairs covered.
If the first one holds Nick, he's in trouble.
Because you've taken a photo from your laptop screen, it is a bit stripy. Much
Stripy.
like
Of course it is. It's a picture of a fucking tiger.
Yeah, and if you shave them, they're still stripy. I know.
Yes, they are.
So there's going to be.
I mean, not that you'd be able to tell if you shave it. You're probably dead.
Yeah. You wait till it's asleep, obviously.
I don't know if you shave it, it's probably dead already.
Yeah.
19. Right, Saber-toothed Tiger is taking 19 damage in total. All three ghouls hit. It's got 52 hit points, mate, so it's okay. However, it does need to make a series of Constitution saving throws against the ghouls.
Jeff paralysis.
And it's so 3 Constitution saving throws.
+2 you've got for your con.
So what are we doing with that?
3 d20s and add +2 to each of them. The one fails, I'm guessing.
One fails, yeah. So it is paralysed.
Well done, Justine. You did what you were supposed to do.
And then we've got 3 on Nick. First attack for Nick.
Slap in the face.
9. 7. Jesus. 22.
Shield.
Gotcha.
AC 24.
Sweet. So that's Ghoul's turn. Right, what's going to happen now is from here, you'll be surprised to hear that a door swings open.
No.
There's more things. There's more things.
A secret door?
Yeah, there's no tracks leading to it or anything. I would never have known that was there.
As the door swings open, and it's like a shutter that slides to the side, light from this room spills into this area here. This room is lit.
Well lit.
Well lit.
Stop all lit.
What you see materializing next to each of you at the top of the stairs. Let me just measure this. 55, 60, yeah. They're going to have just enough movement. You see floating spiritual weapons. appear next to all of you on the stairs
Fucking book club are back.
as robed figures appear at the door, cast their spells, do their thing, and then retreat either this side or this side. You see one go this side, and the rest hide the other side.
We just assume they're tucked just behind the door frames.
Yeah, it's safe to say.
Okay.
They smell of wank juice. I'm gonna go and slap them a boot.
A boot.
So I'm just going to make.
So they've kind of just ducked into the darkness either side.
Yeah. Well,
am I lit up now?
You are, yeah.
Can we assume there's 4 of them?
We should have expected this, to be fair.
1d8 plus your spell questions. Right, so it's going to be. I'm going to do in order on Discord then. So there's going to be a spiritual attack against Akxikas first.
FB.
And that's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Shut up, cat.
I'm just going to roll to hit first. So Akxikas hits. Jarek, 6. Rokkr, it's a crit, 23.
Fucking hell.
And then against Fester, 17. Hits, right. Right, Akxikas.
Tell him to leave me alone.
Akxikas, you take 4 points of damage. Jarek takes nothing. Fester, you take 7 points of damage. Rokkr, 8, 11, you take 14 points of damage.
Smash to face.
Me next?
Jarek's turn.
Okay. So, as we said, we only saw 4 and there's 4 hammers, so we shoot 4. So
hold up. I'm going to backtrack.
Oh.
Hamsters.
I can't. Yeah, no. They can also cast Sacred Flame as well. Because it's a cantrip.
Oh, the fucking knobbers.
Yeah, sorry, Adam. So
is that one at each of us?
No, they're going to try and blast Justine. Actually,
Firecat.
Justine.
Yeah, 12.
Actually, no. Yeah, do Justine. That's why she's there.
So it's definitely saving throw.
Yeah.
Right.
Does Justine have disadvantage if she's paralysed?
I think Justine's probably dead shortly.
No, he only does.
She's got a lot of hit points, dude.
10, and it's DC is. I've got a lot of windows open now. DC, yeah, they all hit. So Sacred Flame. Can you would? Oh no, it's all right. I can roll for. Right, 19.
I am me.
Okay, so 5 wreaths of holy flame descend from the or necrotic flame, we'll say, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and damage Justine quite dramatically. Now it's Jarek's turn.
Okay. So as I said, so we saw a total of 4 people in the doorway, and we're confident they literally just flipped to either side of the door.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So fireball there.
Yeah.
At the same time, shouting at Akxikas to hit the door.
Well, tell me again where you put it.
Aiming to land just through the door itself.
Easily do that. Yeah.
What am I hitting? What am I hitting? What do you want me to hit?
What you're seeing is I throw a fireball, an aerial effect weapon just through where the cultists appear from, shouting for you to copy similar suit with something.
I'll see what I can do.
If the spiritual weapons left afterwards.
Yeah, if the spiritual weapons vanish, they're dead.
Yeah.
The spiritual weapons are their health bars.
This is what I used to do on playing Baldur's Gate. It's just a case of when the things attacking me vanished, it means I got the guy off screen.
I've made the saving throws, Adam. If you want to roll your
Yeah, I'm just going back to my spell list. Where am I?
Up to the
Spells,
masturbatorium for me.
spells, cast one of them.
Hello.
Some dice. 27.
Okay.
I mean, depending what exactly they are, that could be a lot of damage. It could be no damage. But I figure, if we follow suit and hit them again, if they're casters, they can't have much more in them. And I think that's everything, because I can't move without giving attack of opportunities. I haven't got anything to do with my bonus action because I cast.
Spiritual weapons don't have attack of opportunity, do they? And Jarek would know that.
Oh, okay, so I can move off if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Too
so I'm
risky.
However, there is a ghoul. Yeah,
I'm just going to move
Are
one
these
down.
things that we're going to have to kill these spiritual hammers?
we can't hurt them.
No, if we kill the casters, they vanish.
Yeah, you
That's why I
can't.
just. That's why I just
the
nuked the
hammer's
door.
going to keep twatting us while we're stood there.
Yeah, that's why I just
They
nuked
just
the
keep
door.
following us around. Yeah.
Just
I am
vault
the
over the
law.
banister.
Yeah.
Or climb.
Oh,
Swim through the air, Jamie. You've got swim speed now.
Akxikas. Nuke the
Right.
door.
Okay. Where do I need to get in range? Yes. Where are you, Adam?
2 steps down.
There you are. Right. I can step into the same space as a spiritual hammer, can't I?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna stand next to him, do exactly the same. I'll let a fireball from my staff 5 charges.
Okay. What's the DC of the fire?
Let's see.
Is it not just really based
So
on
many
his-
spells now. It's DC 15.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Roll your damage, and it's 10d6. It's a lot of dice across your screen, Mark.
Why is his
20.
bow fine?
I rolled a lot of ones.
But his is a Staff of Power upcast version.
Bastard. I mean, no, it's helping us, isn't it?
I mean, it still only dealt 1 more damage than yours.
Yeah.
Well, hoping that's going to have done something. That was a lot of damage just went through that doorway. It's just.
Okay, one of the hammers disappears.
Okay.
Hey!
So they're all going to be pretty battered.
I'm
at this
assuming one of them failed both.
point. Yeah. Right.
Any more movement, Mark?
No, cool there, I think.
Okay. Nik Ana's turn.
I'm no longer using Booming Blade. I'm just taking 2 attacks.
Come on, mate.
We could miss twice.
I will cast Hunter's Mark.
Hit the injured.
I won't cast it on the injured one. I will cast it on the one below the injured one.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'll hit the injured one first.
Okay.
How is it you get Hunter's Mark again?
I'm a Vengeance Paladin. Because I'm
Ah.
fucking awesome, Mark. That's the reason.
Vengeance. Well, I knew that already, clearly. Just wanted the specifics.
Long sword, and this one's silver now. 21 to hit.
It's
The only thing to remember next turn, Mark, is if they've got anything about them, they won't be stood either side of the door.
Yeah.
12 damage to it.
Yeah, we'll have to go in there.
okay. That's one down. How do you want to kill that one, mate?
Kind of cut through its head, and then as I turn away, it still stood up, and then the head just slides like whatever film that was from.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to say kill Bill.
Then my second attack,
Not done
which
anything
is
to
the
me.
nice thing to say,
The face sliding off.
on the Hunter's Marked one.
It's Equilibrium.
16?
16 hits, dude.
Quality film.
It is good film.
Needs more respect.
I watched the new version of Conan yesterday. That was all right.
Hunter's
Oh.
Mark.
It's not great though.
Not great.
Only 8 damage.
Yeah. All right.
That was 2 1s on my dice, but
Yeah. Still 8.
I mean,
It
it's
could have
nice
been
to have
a
a
lot
+6.
Yeah. 2 attacks, mate. Yay. Anything else? That's no, not really. I'm guessing.
Bonus action was Hunter's Mark. 2 attacks done.
I feel a bit warmer after my cup of tea.
Right then, one of us needs to, whoever can get there quickest, needs to And without taking it, leg it into the other room and finish off the spellcasters while we the rest
I mean,
of us
another
stay
AoE
in.
will do it.
Yeah,
There
but
won't- there won't be
as
night by
Dan
the
said,
door.
if they're stood by the door again, then they deserve everything they got.
How would I know about these spiritual hammers and their movement range?
Yes, you've seen Jarek cast them enough. They only move 20 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to outrun it. Yeah. Right.
There's not much you can't outrun.
Yeah.
Cheese.
So
Can't outrun cheese.
I'm
Justine.
going to finish the sentence. Going to cast Entangle
Shit in it when people
in
talk
this
over you.
doorway. Exactly where the fireballs landed.
Right.
Ooh, nice.
You ain't fucking going anywhere, bitches.
Okay. Now I've got an effect that's entangly, I believe. How big is the?
Entangly?
20-foot area.
Thanks, mate.
Whoa.
So light source.
Those guys on the other side of that door do not know what hit them.
We'll be fine behind this.
Okay. Well, I believe I've got saving throws to make.
So, grasping creatures in the area. A creature restrained by the plant can use his action to make a strength check or spell save DC. On success, it frees itself. But for the duration of the predator, creature in this area you cast a spell must succeed on a spell save or be restrained. Yeah, so they've got to do a strength saving throw
Right.
to be.
Brilliant. And your DC is?
My DC is something I should know. It's in right.
So the spell itself, mate.
Yeah, it's right by it.
8 plus 3 plus
Uh,
3.
14. It doesn't say. Oh, strength 14
14.
because you're
Yeah,
saying
14.
DC.
Okay.
14.
Tangling vines appear from the earth, and you hear from the other side, "What the fuck?
Was that 4 people saying what the fuck?
3 people."
3?
saying-
Oh yeah, there's only 3 left.
Saying what the fuck? So that's action, I believe, Jim.
It is an action, yeah.
Quite the
So,
action, mate. Any
I am-
movement?
Yeah, I'm going
give
to
it legs.
operation run away to there.
Okay, well, hold up, mate. Hold up, because
Oh.
that's 10 feet up. Oh, mind you, you
The
spider,
stairs
Jim.
there. Yeah. Oh,
Plane
yeah. God.
movement.
Yeah.
Right. So 10
All right,
feet.
go on then.
10 feet down, you can do because you're
Right,
spider,
okay.
Jim. So you've taken up 10 to get
By
to
the
here.
gym. By
So
the gym.
instead of 5, it's 10.
Yeah.
So I can only do 35 then. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not far off where you were before.
Yes, that's true.
I am going to.
Whack off.
Is moving Hunter's Mark a bonus action?
Yeah.
How many bonus actions do I get?
One. You haven't used it, though, I don't
I
think.
know
Per
I
turn.
haven't. Say again?
Per turn.
Per turn, yeah, I know. But did I.
Your boy. You're very furry.
Look at that. After I killed the other one, would it be my bonus action in that turn to move it?
No, because it was you used your bonus action to cast it in the first place in the first turn.
Yeah.
Right,
So
so now it'll be a bonus action to move it. What happens if I don't move it?
And
can
you
move
have
it
to use a
next
bonus
turn.
action next turn to move it.
Right, okay. So I will aim for this lad here.
Wait a minute. Is entangle concentration?
It is.
Hunter's
So
Mark's
my
gone.
hunter's
Oh,
mark
Hunter's Mark's
disappeared.
gone. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So that's a very good point. So that negates that one as well. So
Furry.
should have cast that first. That's annoying.
There's not always something to do with a bonus action. A lot of classes don't have it. And outside concentration, the ranger doesn't have much to do with a bonus action.
Yeah. Right. Just go for this lad then. Or would I have picked a different area?
Hold up, mate.
with-
You've cast entangle, which is an action,
Yeah.
and you're now concentrating on it.
Apologies, I was thinking I get an attack. Yeah, that's my turnover then.
That's Fester's turn.
That's the way.
Yo.
Don't forget,
So
you've got a thingy, haven't you, as well, a wand for blastage if necessary.
Justine is paralysed, yes.
Yeah.
Can she do anything?
Does she go on your initiative order?
No. The spell says she rolls initiative.
Okay. Do you want to roll for her then, Ted? You should be able to.
So what do you want me to do?
Click on her. Roll initiative.
Shaga Wallaby.
Awkward because I'm trying to control two screens.
Do you want me to do it, mate?
If you want mine.
Okay. She has an initiative straight after you.
She goes straight after you.
Fantastic. There we go. Don't have to worry about her for a minute.
Justine.
So we've got.
I'm begging of you, please
One
don't eat
ghoul.
my ghoul.
One ghoul on Nick. Spiritual hammers around like fucking no one's business. Ghouls all around Justine. Dickheads apparently through the other room.
Yeah.
Did you do a full teapot and you just sat there for teapot, mate?
Some people throw cheese at each other. They love
my camera's off. When did that happen? Oh, I pressed space, obviously.
cheese in the other one's eye.
If we can, I can walk away from the spiritual hammers without anything happening, can't I?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
You've pressed space again, though.
I haven't. I've not touched anything. I don't know what's happening to it.
Oh.
Turn it back on and see if there's a...
Back it to prone. Back it to prone.
We'll see what happens.
See, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything in this danger room at the moment, but I might be able to do something with these.
Back very soon. I get another drink.
Okay, Ted.
So, yeah, I'm going to get John Wick it over here.
Right. So are you jumping? Are you climbing down 10 feet?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Just make a dexterity check for me then.
Or
acrobatics. I know you're very nimble as a wood elf.
Acrobatics. Oh, it's not brilliant, to be fair. 19.
Continue. As you were. Is he frozen or is he very still?
No, I'm just confused as to why I've used 3 third level slots when I've not, surely.
Oh yeah. That's only to use a level 1 spot and a level 2. Got that.
You've only used one level 3, Ted, I think.
Yeah, as well.
And a level 1 to speak with a bird?
Yeah. Yeah, the first level's still there. For some reason, I've
Cheese
got...
in other one's eye. Mad.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure I've only cast Justine.
Yeah, that's okay, mate. What are you going to do?
What stuff that doesn't quite hurt Justine? Actually, am I really bothered?
Come on, Ted. Combat situation.
I
Me.
know.
I was there. Go away.
Let's just have some ice knife.
I was about to say,
That's
Ted, cameras froze, but yours.
You're funny.
That one, mate. Yeah.
On fuck's sake.
Okay. 15 hits.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so that one takes 9, yeah. And then I believe there's an explosion, including Justine.
And if it's a dex check, she auto fails. Strength and dex.
It is dex. Yeah.
Auto fail, strength and dex when you're paralysed.
Yeah, that's fine. So 2d6.
Yeah, what it's strength dex check, is it?
Dex.
Right. Ghoul 1, 7, Ghoul 2, 7, both fail.
Hello,
8.
Queenie.
Right, so Justine takes 8. Justine's on 6, by the way, dude.
Yeah.
8. Anything else, Ted?
No, I think that's me done. Sorry.
Okay, so that's Justine's turn. So she's got a save, hasn't she?
Just
From
at the end of the turn.
Paralysis at the end of her turn. Yep. So just roll a d20 then, Ted. We're adding Sabretooth constantly. We're adding 2 to it. Still paralysed.
Yeah.
Which takes us to the ghouls.
The ghouls will still be. Yeah, the ghouls will still be after her then. Well, that's all.
Let me just double check ghouls. Ghouls aren't the smartest of creatures.
No, that's me.
Ghouls and Mark aren't the smartest. Right. That'll do it. The first one, this one here, is going to bite, and it latches onto the neck of Justine, and blood spurts and gushes everywhere.
Oh no!
Right. So this one, it's not an automatic attack of opportunity there for Nick, because he's behind a banister. And you're facing these, so I'm gonna say that you can move away for free, mate.
Oh, not even with disadvantage because there's a barricade in the way.
If what I'll say to you, you can have your opportunity attack, but I'm going to give both of these an advantage to hit you because you're going to have to turn around.
No, because I also have my reactions also potentially useful for shield, so no.
Okay. Right there. So 1 and ghouls don't have sort of spider climby things, do they? No, they don't.
I hope not. That'd be terrifying.
It would. Can
It'd be like lickers in the original
15?
Resident Evil. They were well scary.
Yep. Okay. So right, ghouls. We've got 2 against Nick, 1 on Rokkr, 1 on Fester. So I'm going to do left to right. Rokkr first. Ghoul attacks you. 23 to hit you, Jim. 6 damage. But you're an elf, so I can't paralyze you. Ted?
Yeah.
Guess what my life total is?
1.
2.
Oh. I have to get some healing on you in my turn, mate.
That's 22 to hit Fester. 6 damage.
Why are you on 2?
It's been twatted.
I got crit, and then I got hit by. I've only got 45 hit points.
Okay.
Got hit by 23, got hit by 15, and then by 6.
It's
You've got a concentration check as well, mate.
Oh, concentration check, yeah. Oh, concentration check.
I like to belch.
First attack against Nick, 23 to hit.
Shield.
Second one,
24 AC.
yeah, second one's 21. They rolled well, but not enough.
Not with the shield, lad. It's not getting through that.
So we
Too
need
much.
Rokkr's Constitution concentration save. So it's a Constitution saving throw, Jim. And your DC is going to be 10.
So just roll on Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Make sure it's your saving throw, not your check.
Oh yeah. Constitution is the same one according to this same thing. Oh, I'm rolling on the what call it. Sorry, bear with us.
Just
The
a wet
suspense.
column.
Could be anything. Ooh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'm sleep on it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay, so the roots and tangles from this area disappear as Rokkr's concentration has been knocked by the ghoul next to him. That's the ghouls have finished their turn, which takes us to the hooded figures,
Little bastards.
who can now move. Okay, so I'm going to do this properly then. So first one is going to appear here. So that's 5. And it's going to be rinse and repeat. It's going to be spiritual hammer, spiritual hammer, crikey, spiritual weapon, and sacred flame, and then it's going to retreat. So 5. And then the second one, 10. And the third one,
Gonna be a turd.
yeah. Okay, so spiritual hammers. Right, I'm going to roll a d4 for one of them. 1 and 2 is Jarek. It's a 2. So 2 against Jarek, 1 against Akxikas.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
That's no problem.
So 2 against Jarek. First one rolls 13 to hit. Second one rolls 17 to hit. Akxikas, 19.
That hits.
Yep. So it's going to be D3. That's 11 points of damage.
That's no problem. I'm still pretty hardcore.
Maximum
I know
damage for
the
that.
score.
And I'm going to say... as they appear here, the first thing that they see is Rokkr. Jim.
Get fucked.
So all right, we'll get you back up next go.
You.
Are they relying on dark vision to see him?
The room's flooded with
Looks up.
light.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
hamsters.
You need to make 3 dexterity saving throws. This is your thing, mate. You can do this 1 at a time. Dexterity saving throws.
Right. So
Make the lot, and you don't take fuck all. No, lad.
abilities, saving throws, dexterity. Fuck off.
That's 4 points of damage.
I am down.
Yeah.
That's my whimpery noise.
So, in theory, I could have done them individually, couldn't I? Which I am going to do. And the next target is going to be Nik. So, dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm shit at these. Let's go.
Nudges.
Oh.
Okay. That is 4 points of radiant damage.
And my Constitution with advantage.
Oh.
I'm good.
Second one.
Dexterity saving throw again.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
4 points of damage again.
And pass again.
Sweet. Ooh. Okay, Jarek's up.
Right. So I don't want to risk wasting the fireball because I don't think they'll be either side of the door anymore, unfortunately.
And we have a ranger down.
It's better than having to down a range. That's painful.
Yeah. It's whether I want to bring him back up this. He gets to potentially try and get away from the ghoul, doesn't he?
If he gets hit by the ghoul, it's an auto crit and 2 failed saves immediately.
If the ghoul tries to munch on him while he's down, so I'm going to have to.
It gets advantage on the hit, auto crit.
So it's going to be healing word to get him back on his feet.
That put me on.
So a truly mighty 7 hit points.
You're on 7.
And then, because I've then had to cast, it will just be a tonk to the head, I think, for the ghoul that I'm next to.
Sure.
On the face.
Because I can cantrip at him, can't I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just, what do I think is most likely to fail? Dex save?
Yeah, it's
Or
wisdom
save? He's injured, isn't he?
Yes.
Got the one by Jamie.
Yeah, I was going to go.
Clue actually what they'd be worst at. I'd guess it.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the one. The one next to JMO is injured, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to Toll of the Dead, the one next to JMO.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Rolls a 4.
So it failed. So he takes 2d12 because he's already taken damage.
Is it necrotic?
Oh, nice!
It's necrotic.
My camera's turned itself off again. I don't know what's. It says camera unavailable. Let's have a look round the back. Is it?
Only 8, but you know.
Still not bad. That takes us to Akxikas.
Right. I should have been planning this. So what we've got here? So we've got 3 ghouls up that we can see. Is that right? Oh no, 4. 4 ghouls, right? And the one that's attacking Rokkr is right. As a bonus action, then I'm going to cast second level healing word on JMO.
Okay.
Which is I'm on the wrong little menu.
2d4 plus.
Yes, which is 2d4 plus 4. So this is coming up. Oh wow!
Another 8 hit points for Rokkr, Jim.
Thank you.
That's no problem. And then I am going to use 2 of my 3 sorcery points. Active features to cast Quicken Spell.
Yeah.
In fact, sorry, no, I'm not going to quicken. It's not quicken. I'm after. It's the other one. Twin. So how much does that cost? So I still need to spend. Oh, it's only 1 point.
You can only cast a cantrip now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cantrip I'm casting. And it'll be Firebolt. And it'll be at the one in front of Nik and one at the. In fact, do I have to declare both targets now?
I don't know. Twinned makes me think that it happens simultaneously.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to have both of them hit. Or does it have to be a different target? Oh, I don't know. I have to just check if it has to be a different target. Sorry, folks. Quicken Spell.
It's the first time you've used it, mate. Don't worry.
It is. That second creature in range to target a second creature. Oh, I think it's got. It says a second creature, so
okay.
It's got to be 2 targets then. Right. So 1 at JMO's one, and 1 at Nick's one.
Okay.
So to hit. First one. So this is
against Rokkr's, yeah.
Yeah, this is against Rokkrs, and it's gonna be 17
17 hits.
damage. 12.
Dead.
Wicked.
How do you want to kill it?
That's a firebolt straight to the back of its head. So its skull will implode, and it'll just be stood there for a second while the top of its head melts, and there's little flames and coaly things. Then it'll just fall out.
Nice. So as it's about to leap on Jim. Actually, you're still prone then, Jim. But yeah.
Yeah, that one's not touching him.
Yeah.
And the other one, the one that's attacking Nick, I'm
for
going for that one. So let's see if
Which
I can.
one?
The one.
There's two with me.
The one that's right in front of
Okay.
me, sort of. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You are, Dave. Second one coming in.
Oh, never mind.
Missed.
Any movement, Mark?
No, I'll stay where I am. I think.
I'm gonna have to nip for a pee.
Yeah, so
I'll
I'll
be
pass
right
the
back.
turn,
One
and
sec.
then I'm going to go and have a little snake salad sandwich. But we'll be back in a minute.
Oh, Jamie's gone as well. But yeah,
I was very confused
Adam,
by the.
these are the ones from the Underworlds.
They're quite smart. The crossbow guys, yeah. The ones I really like the look of.
That's the one with the exploding crossbow thing.
I was very confused by the
This
twin
lady
spell of
looks.
firebolt.
This lady looks really nice.
Davey Wan Kenobi's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying, Dave, a bit confused by the twin spell firebolt.
Why?
Because his Eldritch Blast does that anyway. For more damage.
I'll let you tell him. Right, what are you doing then, Don?
Hitting the one with Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
So I don't know why I've clicked the monster. I need to click my attack.
Minor point down.
Yeah. 14.
14 hits.
And they're just natural armour, so
Plus
they're
the 6.
pretty low.
It's dead.
Okay.
Yes.
Quickly turn to Jarek. Just see if he can do a nod or a shake. Do you need to quickly be near Rokkr or the door?
Me?
Yeah. I'm going to put my hand on his chest and use my bonus action to Misty Step him 30 feet towards the door, where I'm guessing tucked
Does that
just around
happen
the
never,
corner.
does it?
Here.
Probably just around the corner, so he's not in 30 feet. Is probably tucked around the corner, or next to. Was it? Yeah.
I'll go there on the level below Rokkr. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So
Nice.
it does mean Akxikas needs to be very careful with the amount of smacky hammers he's about to get hit with, though.
Yeah, I can take it. I'm big and clever.
and then I'm going to hit the ghoul in front of me without Hunter's Mark, because I can't move it, so I've just used my bonus action for Adam.
Nice.
You played Launch the Cleric.
Yep. Launch the Cleric.
Yep.
That should hit.
That does hit, mate.
For 13 damage.
Excellent. Oh, not 103.
And oh, it's there, isn't it? I'm still. I suppose I can circle it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
to here just to be a bit. Hopefully, get that ghoul to come at me. That ghoul to come at me.
Yeah. Okie dokie. You're gonna try and get its attention, are you?
Yeah.
Roll intimidation then. Just to, I like a intimidation for a taunt sort of. banging your sword against your shield type
17.
thing. Okay, yeah, it's paying attention to you. It was looking at you anyway, but it's definitely paying attention to you now. Right, okay. Okay, what's going to happen now is from behind Festa, flying, you become aware of flapping wings next to your head as a small creature appears behind you as it tries to sting you with its tail.
That's a thing, me.
Sting you. It
It's
rolls
trying to hit you with its tail.
17 to hit you.
With its tail as well.
Yeah.
17 hits.
Okay.
It's wiping its tail around the top of your head.
Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Adam, have you taken damage?
Constitution. 15?
Thank God for that. You take 7 points of piercing damage, which is the maximum damage. And I've also rolled well for poison, but you take half of this, so you take 6. So you take 13 in total.
Right, so another 6.
7 plus 6, 13. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's the turn, which takes us to Rokkr. So
Come on,
you're
Rokkr.
prone on the floor.
How do I get up?
Half movement.
Half movement, right. Okay. So you're saying there's light pouring out through this opening.
Yep.
But obviously there must be some point along this wall here where light doesn't pass.
Yeah.
Doesn't reach.
Yeah.
Step back into the shadows.
Can I get to that point, please?
Easily. You can climb walls, dude. You're fucking Spider-Man.
I can climb walls, yes. Okay. Can't really fire while holding onto a wall unless I can find a suitable...
Nah, man,
Well,
stairs is cool. You can
that's actually a solid wall.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see the ghouls.
So
Yeah.
you'd have to be this.
Just remember,
This
you can
side.
always fire, then move.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So...
I know what you're getting at.
I'm guessing I can... can I move, then move? Because you say stand up. Right, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shoot this lad here. I want to cast Hunter's Mark again.
Sorry, Jim, I didn't see which one.
The Imp.
The Imp, gotcha. Right.
Little shitbag that he is.
So I am going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
And
That's a tiny Hunter's Mark.
I am going to fire my bow at its head.
Yep.
Sorry. Actions. Where are they? Actions. So roll to hit. 23.
23 hits.
7 plus 6. 15.
Downed it in one shot.
Boom. Booyah. I didn't need that. Right. That tail that it's just hit Festa with, it literally, the arrow pierces through the base of it where it joins the body and it slices it clean off and it just falls to the ground. And a pool of blood forms around its body.
Nice.
And the tail's just filed off somewhere.
Bastard it is.
Okay, so it's black ichor that comes out of it, and then it melts away. The whole form of it melts into the ground.
Ooh. So I've got a second attack, haven't I?
Yup.
this lad here is going to get some.
Sorry, mate. I was on a different screen.
The
One
one
at
at
the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
That one. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. 22
22
Takes
hits.
him.
for 12.
Kills it.
Ooh.
Gets another one down.
This one pierces the neck, and it goes so fast it just kind of flails half of it back, and it's just like still attached, but it just falls backwards as the arrow, path of the arrow.
Nice.
And yes, now I am going to Operation Runaway
Okay.
into the shadows.
Ted, you're up.
Yo,
Let's do some bad shit, Ted.
let's have
Preferably on
some
their
burning
heads.
hands, I think.
Burning hands.
Deck
At
save.
level 3.
Seems fair to me,
Yes.
mate.
That's a lot of D8s, isn't it?
It's also a 15-foot cone.
Yes, it's getting both of them, isn't it?
I don't think any of you guys are in there, are you?
No, but it'll get
No,
both
we're
of
not
them.
in the. We're not in the room. Sorry, the other room.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just wanted to make sure I wasn't hitting any of you guys.
Yeah, you nearly would get Akxikas, but not quite.
I was almost getting Nick as well. Probably just going to tickle him, give him a little bit of a. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
One's rolled well, the other one didn't. If you want to roll your damage.
It's a,
Third level burning
so,
hands. Can't beat it.
There's no need for me doing that. No, that's all.
Oh, Dan made an interesting point, Mark.
Yo.
You know your twinned firebolt?
Yeah.
That's just an Eldritch Blast.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
No, I didn't think it.
Yeah.
I didn't think either. 21.
If you roll really well, it can do 4 more damage, but it can also deal 6 less.
Yeah. I just want to use twin spell. You can't use it on Eldritch Blast.
But when you get to a high enough level, you can use it on polymorph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
one in front of you dies, Ted.
Hey.
The other.
the other what?
The other one doesn't, takes half damage. How do you want to kill that one?
I'll go with the whole Spock's brother thing. It's like, brother, I have felt your pain. Runs deep. Share it with me. And just burn him.
Nice. Any movement? You're free now. This ghoul is looking at Nick.
Go and get banged. Go and tap him on the back. Just go, excuse me. Have you heard about our fiery goose and master?
I say, is the goose a bonus?
But the goose is
Or is
bonus.
that an action?
Goosey bonus.
There's not a lot left, though, is there? Well, it's just one ghoul and then 3 injured bastards.
Yeah, but
Well, we don't know, did we? We haven't been in the other room. We think it's some injured bastards.
I mean, the goose is a kind of a free bonus, isn't it? It's either that or I turn myself into a bear or something. So, I can have it 10 foot away, so it doesn't hurt Nick.
Somebody polymorph them into
Okay.
ants, and then Ted could become an aardvark. Just
Would that be
lick them
nice?
up.
Sadly, I've not got access to 4th level spells at the moment.
Oh.
Yes,
I don't know how it works.
I don't know. I think we need to be on the same square as me, Dave. Because it's 10 foot. Because I don't want to be singeing Dan, do I?
That's going to burn you, though.
It doesn't affect me.
Sweet. Awesome. So that's a deck save, isn't
it? Yes. So I believe so. We'll
Okay.
switch back
You
to
will eat the bird.
Roll 6.
The bird.
Roll your damage.
2d6. Oh, so did you? Yeah, so your save was 6.
My save was 6. As long as both
Okay.
dice aren't 1, it's dead.
If it's fire damage, there can't be ones, can there?
How about 8?
Okay. How does that one die?
He heard a weird fucking honking, turned round, and was just engulfed in flames.
The honk of doom.
Nice. Okay. Any movement from you then?
Ask not for whom the goose honks.
Exactly. Right, so there's still those spiritual twats up there, isn't there? Everyone else appears to have fucked off. JMO's going upstairs?
Yeah, he's only on 3 or something.
Climbing the wall.
Yeah.
How they move? Only move 20.
Oh, wait. I've just thought of something.
I bet that in 3 seconds, both my legs will fall off.
I'll go there. Thank you very much.
Okay. Top of this flight of stairs, by the way, Jim, Rokkr can see what looks like a concealed door. So it looks like a secret passageway.
Awesome.
Okay. Right. Wizard figures. A5. 5.
What's this doorway look like here?
It's now just an opening. There was a panel that slid to the side.
So there would be nothing to stand upon. Should I be able to get there?
You mean above it?
Yeah.
Lintel.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. All 3 have moved. All 3 are going to make spiritual hammer attacks against Akxikas.
Yeah, bring it.
All 3 are going to make sacred flame attacks against Jarek. So let's do the
They come around the corner and see the angry clerics closer.
Yeah. Spiritual weapon first against Akxikas then. So Mark, you've got 11 to hit.
Miss.
Natural 1 misses. 15.
Missed.
All miss. So for Jarek then 3 dexterity saving throws, please.
What DC?
You roll it. I'll tell you if it's
14,
You are me.
fail.
I'll kick your teeth in.
11.
Fail.
2.
Meets it. But beg pardon. Hold up. Dexterity saving throw. First one passes.
I was going to say the first one seemed quite high. But
Yeah.
The other 2 fail.
So
is that?
rolls well. 14 damage
Okay.
in total. That's their turn.
Inbound.
Jarek's up.
Jarek.
Okay.
Hey, that room looks familiar, Adam.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it, Dan? If we summon a portal, I'm not going through it.
We'll end up in Athkatla, it's fine.
Oh. Who the fuck summons a portal and steps through it without knowing where it's going? Right. As I come round the corner, I'm just going to bellow for them to throw down their allies are dead, throw down your arms, but I'm still going to smack the crap out of the first one with my mace, regardless of what they do.
Okay.
The first one's taking a mace to the face.
I imagine killing one of them gives them advantage on the intimidation.
let's see.
If you guys, so I'm doing that first. 15.
15 hits.
For only a modest 6 damage, but they should be pretty battered.
How do you want to cave that one's skull in, or is that
okay? So as I come around the corner bellowing, I just sweep the mace, patch him across the jaw, and his neck just snaps as it twists round.
Nice. Roll intimidation then.
Got to get advantage for murdering their mate.
You can have advantage if you really want it from your 17.
No, I'll stick with the original.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see they both have sort of curly cultist type daggers, which they instantly drop to the floor, hold their hands up, and then just as if they were being arrested by the FBI, they drop to the knees with their hands behind their head.
They've done this before.
Yeah, which is a reasonable place to leave the session. It's 7 minutes past 11. If that's
so we are victorious.
You are victorious indeed.
Skills, gentlemen, skills.